Like when you look at the MPL, it was very colorful. At the same time, it's very action-packed, and maybe because of the fact that this is the time where they can show who they really are. This might be the most entertaining that we'll ever see BTR.
Well, as we said earlier on today, this match actually happened and took place in the IESF. Almost the same rosters because there have been some changes here or there.
Yeah.
And let's have a quick look on the talent prediction. Oh, it seems like everyone here is also saying that Triple Esports will win.
I think I got swayed by the MPL Meta Talents. Even before speaking to them, I got a feeling. I got a feeling that, hey, maybe with this less high-pressure situation, maybe the Meta squad can come out.
Yeah.
I think this will be 3 games. I think I'm also mentally prepared for this, honestly. And I gotta, the main reason, I'm not saying the only reason, but the main reason why I voted for Triple Esports, I think the influence of Coach Lyric is, it has improved a lot, particularly. And I think you'll be surprised how confident you can feel about Triple Esports when you actually talk to their coach. All smiles, Coach Lyric. I remember when Coach Lyric was still part of Onyx Philippines in MPL.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's quite shy, I would say. But now he's very confident. It looks like he actually owns the team, coaching the team. Look at him go.
He's taking to the stage. There was a time in his life when I first met him, he wouldn't even dare turn on his webcam.
Exactly.
He blew up on YouTube, and I contacted him, Coach Lyric. I don't think he was a coach then. I just said, Lyric, we should work together. I love your strategies, and now he's sharing that to the world.
Yes.
Wow. Actually, I've seen Coach Derek yesterday when he was playing up against Team Onyx, and I can tell you for sure, from my side at least, I was afraid when he offered Kyrie his own Fanny and Assassins. But it seems like from a really small conversation this morning, he told me, for Kyrie, he loves his Assassins. So at some point, part of the plan was to put that road open for Kyrie to go for a Fanny.
You cannot just, you can expect to face against Onyx and eventually not be able to face Kyrie, the Assassin. You only have 3 bans at the first phase. You only have 2 bans afterwards. There will be a Kyrie Assassin for sure, so you gotta have to be prepared for it rather than dodge it eventually, you know?
And looking here at the audience predictions, a slight difference from Saudi Arabia.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
A percentage. A percentage.
1.
That's it.
Oh my God.
All right, maybe even Saudi see something. Maybe, BTR songs look different today.
They have nothing to lose and everything to win. They can bring a victory back home. Also, not just that, a revenge story from the IESF.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, it will be... it was Triple Esports that overcame.
Oh, yeah, 2-1.
Sorry, the 2-1. It's one of the more exciting matches that we saw in IESF. I honestly thought that either of these teams can get into the finals, right? They were, of course, hindered by eventually beat. It wasn't. It was Team Indonesia with BTR, right? It was eventually the one that went to the finals. But I think that anybody could have gone to the finals for sure.
Here we go. No more talk. No more speculation. It comes down to the draft. How you perform, how you execute. This is where it starts. It's a BTR. Sun's on the play, banning out the Kadira, so they know the Coffin wants to go fast.
Yeah, I can tell you for sure, Team Triple Esports during the MPL Mina and even during their international tour, they were playing their Kadira to its maximum full potential. And there's a really good fun fact here. When Triple Esports came back to us, this roster, because we have seen these players play under the name Wild Axe earlier on in Mina, but this time they are playing under the name Triple Esports. Once they changed, I can tell you for sure, they adopted one way of playing, and that's the Echo Philippines. If you guys can remember, Echo is so known with this Kadita and like pick off.
That's right.
Roamer.
It's the Echo Express is what it's called.
Yeah.
But here, what is this? The Triple Express?
The Triple Express?
Triple time.
I love it. Triple time.
No, that's actually their thing.
Oh.
Is this the first time we see Super Opa from Team BTR?
No, the first time we're seeing Akash.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Akash coming in.
The void.
Here's the Nolan ban. This is an oddly slow draft. Like, both coaches are taking their time. Both coaches are considering their options because, mind you, if a hero gets banned, not only do you protect yourself from it, but you also can't pick it.
Yep.
So you're looking for good trades.
Yep.
And I think that's why even Coach Lyric is taking slower, is because he wants to make these 2 picks on the clapback much, much stronger.
And what are those heroes? Obviously, the Guinevere is going to be up there, the Matilda, heroes that actually speed up your tempo.
The Feramus.
The Feramus.
Ramus.
I think Triple Esports, very good man on the Joy. Obviously, you don't want... Whenever... It's like a dichotomy. There was one time where when an Eve is banned, you have to ban the Farsa. When a Valentine is banned, you have to ban the Feramus. Esmeralda for Uranus. Something along those lines. If Nolan is banned, you would want to ban also the Joy because it's like they're yin and yang. If one team picks up the Nolan, the other team must pick the Joy.
It's 2 coins on the same side.
Yeah, for sure. Team Triple Esports and also BTR are taking all the time that's offered by this draft because they are using every second. I don't know if it's about instructions, but yeah, as you said, Guinevere is up there somewhere, and for Team BTR, they keep focusing on Tarazan, but I can tell you for sure, Tarazan loves his utility heroes, so we might expect a Fredrin coming from him.
Oh yeah, Fredrin has become a breakout hero once again, right? Especially when we thought his reign of terror was over. Here he comes around, swinging again with his one-handed axe, one-handed great sword.
Great sword, yeah.
See value in me. Oh, there's a fairy miss. Oh no, the Valentina comes through.
Valen, Matilda is open.
Is to trick.
All right.
Okay. I can't imagine that. Fredrin has stayed for
A year.
literally from M4.
More than even.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than.
So one might argue like 14, 15 months
Yep.
of sheer dominance.
See, value me. I think this time you have the Matilda for BTR as well as the Valentina. Those are the 2 heroes that I'm looking at, looking at them. Probably the first pick.
Choose my own path.
It's Arlet. So
right.
I think you can still go Bruno Matilda here for Triple Esports.
Yeah, we didn't mention the Bruno. Bruno's so good.
Yeah.
Bruno is usually a first pickable or first bannable. There he is, going into the hands of Triple Esports. Something else to note. What I'm loving, by the way, in the first phase, second pick, right? 2 and 3 for 1, 3 for red.
Yeah.
The Minotaur. I can't believe, I don't know if these stats are updated, fellas, but Minotaur is 71%?
Yeah.
He's so good. He also answers the Claude.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
You can. You don't want to pick up the Matilda anymore if you're BTR unless you confirm that this will be an XP Arlet. At the same time, you don't want to give the Minotaur to the other side. So this is a bit of a conundrum for BTR. Then again, they can pick up the Baksha this time, as well as the Lilia. Baksha Lilia perhaps is a good option here for BTR.
Well, if Team Triple Esports want to go for this, I would say, hospital meta kind of support thing, Team Triple Esports actually so far haven't shown me a lot except for a Rafaela, I would say. But as you said, Baxia joining here with the Lilia, this is a really good prediction coming from you, Wolf.
Oh,
but
thank you.
Team Triple Esports, oh, they pick it so fast.
Yeah, it's some artists. They want to speed it up, so we don't see the Valen Frederick anymore.
The Minotaur, which side would you favor to have that Minotaur?
BTR, perhaps, because however, the Valentina being available for Triple Esports, they might feel that they don't need it actually. So BTR, they might just be banning out something like a Terizla. It will be difficult to deal with. Terizla as well as Benedetta are the heroes that I see BTR should be banning. Franco, interesting.
Yeah, as I told you, pick off heroes, that's the specialty of Tro. But after banning the Ixia, and like making the road easier for the Bruno, do you think, Leo, that we will see Bruno form? Oh, they are focusing so hard on making Sano have a really easy time there.
Yeah, no, I think it's less about Sano having an easy time and more about Sano getting there faster. Even if it's difficult, even if he has to rotate quickly, if he has to compromise his farm, as long as he can help Tarzan snowball, because that's what you do as a Martis. You don't want to be on the Martis as a defensive hero, as a defensive player. Then, that's the play here. Again, triple time for Triple Esports.
Triple time. Thinking about like something somewhere along the lines of a Cho, a Minotaur for Triple Esports. Obviously, the Minotaur is it's quite slow if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
But then again, it fits the profile because what happens is if they fourth pick the Minotaur, the Claude is not the best for BTR.
And that shows actually one of the signature hero, if not the best hero that Cho plays. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a pick here.
Yeah, I think Cho just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was.
Or Matilda.
It was a solid pick up until we saw that Matilda was available.
Oh, to zero.
Right? Because again, I watched their matchup against Onyx and Troll was on the Cho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Matilda, that would have had a little more damage.
Yeah.
Troll doesn't need the extra out. Troll just
Yeah.
needs to confirm the kills.
That's right.
Helping with the disengage, having that Matilda, do you think that Team Triple Esports will have the better rotation or the faster one at least?
It's Martis Matilda. It's pretty strong.
So
Then you have the
good.
Valentina. Triple time for Triple Esports.
Matilda.
Yep. That means BTR, they need a defensive hero. That's somewhere along the lines of a Terizla again. Then maybe they will be thinking between Claude as well as perhaps the Claude or Beatrix. All right.
All right, there she is.
Oh,
There's the protection
Ruby.
hero. The Ruby. Okay.
There's a lot of crowd control for BTR.
Yeah. You can go Paquito, I think, if you're Triple Esports, or a Bennett, or actually Yu Zhong.
Yep.
Yu Zhong.
Find that
Yu Zhong is
Bea.
a perfect hero. They
Oh,
want
actually,
Terizla. Okay.
They go classic. They go classic. So after seeing the draft from both sides, which side are you leaning towards? I think that BTR have the most crowd control, and you do love that.
Yeah,
Wolf.
for
but
sure.
do you say that they have a better draft here?
The Matilda plus the Martis is just such a scary duo. And then
Yeah.
if you add in the mix the Valentina, they have a Ruby, which is, I mean, BTR, they have the Ruby, but it might not be enough. It's a defense hero, but against like a Matilda, Valentina, Martis, it's gonna be difficult to deal with. So I think I'm leaning more towards Triple Esports here this time.
Well, in terms of defense, I would go with Team BTR. I bet they can hold on a really good defense, but I don't know if it comes to this. But let's go to the Land of Dawn.
Game 1 in this best of 3. Again, the gloves are off, pal. No holds barred. No inhibitions. It's all on the line here for their last best of 3 here on the world stage. It's Bigatron Suns going up against Triple E Sports. Let's check out these early rotations. It's going to be key for Triple to go triple time. Something to note about BTR Suns. Yes, we can mention how they're defensive, right?
Yeah.
Why does BTR Suns have that tendency? Why do they always, some way, somehow, halfway through the draft, suddenly go, yeah, we're going to play defensive?
Yeah.
Well, looking at this from my own perspective, I don't know why would you bet on going to the defense. It's a really risky strategy here, but
Yeah.
looking at their composition, I think that having the Beatrix will help you so much with the whip clearance, and not just that, even the burst coming from Syndra and the Lilia.
Yeah.
So the rotation will be also fast, right, Wolf? I think that having the Baxia will make the rotation so fast for Team Bigatron.
Yeah. And I think, to kind of add to answering Leo's inquiry,
Yes.
I think it's mainly because of their gold. I think the reason why they go defensive is because they want Super Upa to be a more successful.
Oh,
Like, that's
Super
what I
Upa.
noticed, that they
Oh.
go for
Oh.
heal.
Oh?
That's gold lane violence right there.
Oh.
My goodness.
And Sano is just not letting up. Sano is not letting up. I think that is in their DNA because Upa is known as Upa the Destroyer.
Yes.
Different from many gold laners or many athletes in our great esport, he doesn't like attacking heroes. He likes attacking objectives. He likes attacking turrets. So I understand why you want to play defensive. You want to kind of have pressure elsewhere on the map so that Upa can do Upa things.
Well, even though I kind of expect to see Syndra controlling that mid lane wave, but it seems like Coffin is the one pressuring.
Yeah. And you can see that Triple Esports, they're taking advantage of this Matilda plus the Valentina lane. They're already pulling Syndra as well as Akashi. It's going to be pretty critical eventually. Sanji, the XP laner.
Uh-oh. Troll commits the flicker, down to a third of his health. Popping that regen. Tarzan with the pull. Turtle here, seeing that close to half health. Gonna get soft reset. Akashi coming through. Turtle stays. Health at a fourth. Look at Boozy. Boozy holding down. Puissance comes through. Tarzan secures the penalty zone from Sanji. Buzizio coming from the side, helping Akashi secure a kill. Circling Eagle. Oh no, Bigatron Suns collapsing. Triple unable to capitalize on their turtle take. and they are going to have to back off. What a turn from the Suns.
That was really good coming out from BTR when it comes to like killing, especially because Black eventually got into position. However, imagine if Akashi just landed the stun while they were going for the 50-50 retry battle. If the timing was a lot better, because BTR could have really taken that turtle. But it's gonna be pretty.
The flicker down a third of his health, popping that regen. Tarzan with the pull. Turtle here, seeing that close to half health. Gonna get soft reset. Akashi coming through. Turtle stays. Health at a fourth. Look at Boozy. Boozy holding down. Puissance comes through. Tarzan secures the penalty zone from Sanji. Buzizio coming from the side, helping Akashi secure a kill. Circling Eagle. Oh no, Bigatron Suns collapsing. Triple unable to capitalize on their turtle take. And they are going to have to back off. What a turn from the Suns.
That was really good coming out from BTR when it comes to like killing, especially because Black eventually got into position. However, imagine if Akashi just landed the stun while they were going for the 50-50 retry battle. If the timing was a lot better, because BTR could have really taken that turtle. But then again, they got the kills anyways, and Triple Esports will just trade off when it comes to like that turtle fight.
Well, speaking of Buzizio here, I would say that he was nearly down from the side of Team Bigatron, and when it comes to that trade, it was a kill to a turtle, which ties the numbers here. Team Triple Esports actually are trying...
Whoa!
Oh, what is that?
Buzizio jumps onto Tarzan. Wrong target. Use the iframe, dodging the stun. Down under. It's a 1v1 between the Arlet and the Terizla. They're just waiting. Circling on Syndra. Uses the flicker. Still has 1 HP. Does not need to use the black shoes. Bigatron Suns gets away.
Wow, not having a mana and living like that? What an escape from Syndra.
Top lane though, it seems to be like very Sano-sided. As you can see, he's level ahead of Super Upa. Super Upa eventually will get to level 6, but when it comes to gold, that's 300 gold, and obviously the Has Claws for Sano picked up very early means that he can sustain himself.
Buzizio.
Look at the lifesteal from that.
Yep, he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind. And Coffin is just around the corner. So is Troll. Sano, he knows, not gonna force it. Barely in range of this gold cart. He's all right.
Yeah, tying the numbers in the top lane and then going back to the mid lane duties, we can see that the turtle fight is about to begin between Team Triple Esports and Bigatron. And so far, Black is the only arrival from the XP lane. But Sanji with the flicker, he can pull off something.
Huge presence from both teams. Circling Eagle on the Black does not cancel it. Sanji misses the penalty zone. No one home. Final slash coming in from Black. Flickering on out. Sanji here down to half his health. Guiding wins from Troll. Thank you very much. Turtle gonna get reset here. Triple Esports gets nothing as a Bigatron Suns circle around, patrolling. They know the objective still stands.
Yep. Tarzan almost level 8. Buzizio's just level 7. There's a chance that Triple Esports just waits out their level advantage onto Tarzan. And they may just be waiting. Look at the clear on the mid lane. Gonna be focusing on it. And yeah, Tarzan eventually get to level 8 because of the Lethal Wanderer.
I wonder. I cannot help but to wonder why there is no focus whatsoever so far on the turrets. No one committed to any turret dive yet.
Here we go. We'll get the answer in just a bit. Penalties on one more time.
Oh my God.
4 big targets for Sanji. Akashi falls. Next up on the docket is Black. Tarzan finds the decimate and converts straight into a turtle. Triple Esports going triple time.
And that was a turtle dance, if I haven't seen anything before coming out from Triple Esports. Very well done, because Coffin was actually baiting out BTR Suns, and when they clumped up together, eventually there was the flicker towards the penalty zone play. Then Coffin just activates the black shoes. All of a sudden, he's in front of everyone, landing the first-second combo, the 1-2 skill combo, and then they just died afterwards. What a turtle dance from Triple Esports.
Wow, it was a perfect gameplay out there in the bot lane, but also the brothers' instinct coming from Cho, saving everyone. And now we can see an engage from Cho as well.
Uh-oh, Circling Eagle committed on the 2. up. That's Tarzan dancing on up. Oh, nice pull. He's offended. Troll taking a bit of the turret damage. Syndra
Sanji
pops him, drops him, stopping Triple Esports from assaulting Bigatron Suns jungle. Tarzan goes as well. 2 for none. Bigatron Suns. What a clapback.
And that was because of Syndra just activating the Black Shoes right on time, just baiting out Tarzan, already committed with the Decimate. Doesn't get the kill.
Good eye
gonna hurt.
sniper. I'll shoot. You run underneath his turret. Super Upa taking quite a bit of damage. Down to 10th of his health from the backline. Coffin steals away the I am offended
Oh my
and
goodness.
killing Super Upa at maximum range.
fire, friendly fire there. Friendly fire there. Flicker ultimate coming from Coffin, taking down what is supposed to protect Super Upa, and he goes down.
What a resource for Valentina this is. Coffin just adjusting on the fly, finding one ultimate, and actually takes use of it for additional range.
Okay, in hindsight, it wasn't much range. When I say maximum range,
Yeah.
it's literally like just right in front of
That's
him.
right.
But he did what he did, right?
Yeah.
He did what he needed to do. That's a big target.
That's a massive target. In fact, one of the better usages of the flicker coming out from Coffin. And now they're ahead by 2,000 gold. You know what's best about that play up top is they were able to get the turret up. So they were able to push.
Yeah, no, and they're also making space
Whoa.
for this turtle takedown bottom. Cyclone Eye displacing Buzizio, at least getting him out of harm's way as Triple Esports puts eyes on this final turtle of Game 1. Less than half health. No one from Bigatron Suns actually contesting. Tarzan scores, but a lot of space made up on top for Black. This fight in mid waiting to happen. Both teams playing footsies, checking.
5 members from Team Triple Esports walking together, clearing the way for a third turtle, actually. So when it comes to neutral objectives, Triple Esports have a triple turtle.
That's right. Now that
Not
means
wrong.
Genius 1 for Coffin. Oh, the Exhort Boots! Didn't think that I will see this in M5.
Oh,
Gotta be the Exhort Boots on Coffin.
We go, was it?
It is. Just recently picked it up. Before the item graphic showed up, Coffin actually picked it up. That's why it didn't reflect.
I was staring at it,
Yeah.
like, that's not the Exhort boost, but
Yeah.
we'll check in just a bit. Black here, in trouble, 2v1, commits the flicker,
Oh, Tarzan.
chunky enough, vengeance from 1, vengeance from 2, the real fight down bottom, in the jungle, Akash committing the flicker, and the old Sano gets taken down by Super Upa. I don't take down turrets, I take down gold laners, son, as Coffin comes in, steals the black shoes, places him right in front of Super Upa. Not a good place to be in when you got a fully cocked and loaded Beatrix. They both disengage.
Triple Esports, you saw that. For some reason, Sano was in the middle of everyone, and that's actually a massive play coming up from BTR. They clipped the lead down to 1.7k. They're still trailing a lot. And here comes Tarzan, not gonna be able to land any assassination play.
yeah. When it comes at least to objectives for me, for the third special, Triple Esports are doing a really decent job here. But Team Bigatron once now, and right now actually, even though they are behind in goal, they can go in and dig into the turrets. BTR, I think they kind of gained the confidence after the last team fight, right?
That's why they call him Super Upa, man. Upa the
Yeah.
Destroyer, just taking down turrets. Even if they are behind by about 2,000,
Syndra.
he's still finding a way.
Whoa.
Syndra, black shoes into the Cyclone Eye, not enough to stop Tarzan. And the fight continues. Super Upa underneath the turret. Oh, that could have been disaster if he didn't flicker out.
Good tumble and then flicker out.
Final slash on the cuff and stole away the black shoes. Wolf, you were saying.
Well, yeah, good tumble and flicker coming out from Super Upa, but that means that a lot of ultimate as well as resources are spent. Lord, onto BTR side for
Yep,
now.
That's a
Yeah.
good pull coming in from Buzizio, but they are a man down. Troll commits a
Tarzan.
surge
Whoa,
like
whoa.
Eagle. Akash keeping them in place. Look at this. A big all collapse onto Buzizio. As he uses the Poissons, they take out Troll.
The Lord.
Sanji's penalty zone, not in a good position. No follow through. It was all just a sham. It was smoke and mirrors. You were actually going for the Lord. Triple Esports scores.
A circling eagle carrying both brothers together, taking one, or at least zoning Team Bigatron away, and a sacrificial lamb there to secure the first Lord for Team Triple Esports.
And apart from that, Sano positioned himself well.
There it is.
Yeah.
Literally in front of Buzizio, the Exhort Boots that you are looking at. I guess for some of the viewers that may not be familiar about this, we just use it in the Philippines. Where we don't really literally call it Exhort, but it kind of sounds good, though.
Yeah, it was made popular by
Yeah.
an old MPL Philippines veteran, an MSC champion, an
That's
MPL
right.
champion, Dexter Exhort Martinez.
That's
Well,
right.
isn't it too early right now to see the roaming boost on the Valentina?
Yeah,
though?
well, it's already 8 minutes. You saw
Ah.
that in 8 minutes, so it won't matter as much. So, yeah, it was neither early nor late. It was just the right,
Okay,
right
see you.
time.
Here we go, Sanji coming in, looking for a big penalty zone. They find Black, they do find the turret, so it's enough to zone him.
Yeah.
Going down to that bot lane second turret, they can make Bigatron's Suns stay behind their inhibitor turrets, and so far they are successful. Team Triple Esports are taking one objective after the other. What does Team Bigatron have to do, Wolf, to get back into the game right now?
Yeah, they just have to find a good opening. They still have the combo. You have the Ruby ultimate, and then the penetration. Jinxed it. I would have said that they should be conserving that penetration onto valuable targets, especially if they lock down targets. Let's just say you have the pull already from the Don't Run Wolf King. If you layer that up with the penetration, there is a lot of damage that can come out from that. You have killing potential already. Then you have the follow-up. Anyways, if stragglers come up,
Yeah.
for example, like the Valentina, if that Valentina survives after the penetration, you still have the Lilia anyways. You still have Buzizio to chase it down and Black with the initiation. So Bennett's Rage is going to play a very important role here for BTR.
I think that Coffin at this moment is so annoying to Team Bigatron because he doesn't just disengage with Troll's second skill and also having that heal. He also have a heal, or like a roaming heal shoes for his own. Not just that, he also always steals the black shoes. So at some point, I think that Triple Esports and Coffin especially is so annoying to Team Bigatron, hard to catch.
Yeah, no, it changes the tempo of the battle, and it already gives Bigatron Suns defensive lineup another layer of aggressive engages to worry about. So Triple Esports, yeah, no, this is a good way to keep this almost 5K gold lead up 13 minutes in.
With the Wind of Nature available there for Sano as they are gearing up now for the next Lord fight. 1,000 gold ahead of the Beatrix. Still is a very difficult situation now for BTR Suns, especially because Tarzan is level 15, Buzizio is fresh off of level 14. The damage output coming out from Sano is gonna be critical for BTR to deal with, because I saw in the previous Lord fight, Sano actually zoned out Buzizio after the initiation coming out from the Matilda Martis.
Yep.
Oh.
It's not as easy if you're staring down a Bruno that's built up like this, especially when you're down on levels. Lord here getting pulled out. Down on third of his health. Sano catches a face full of bullets from Super Upa. And now the
Conceal.
Brazilians come on through. It's our Lord now. Get out of the river, Triple. They reset.
Oh my god, Bigatron Suns, they asked for that defense gameplay and now they have it in their hands. It's time to show that their jab will work as magic.
All right, the Lord Dance continues. They engage. Circle Eagle canceled out by a move coming in. They're committing. Penalty zone on the one. Jumping through. Double kill. Decimate on Decimate from Tarzan. And now Black is in trouble. Black goes down. Sano hits a goal. Syndra and Boozy left. Triple Esports gonna go ahead and commit aggression on the lanes while Tarzan goes for the Lord.
What a wonderful dance coming out from Triple Esports. They reset the Lord, and then during the mid lane fight, everybody from BTR stayed in the mid lane, and you saw that Teresa, Sanji, the XP laner for Triple Esports, finds a good opening with the flicker play and the penalty zone, quickly followed up by the Matilda with his own flicker play. So Triple Esports have utilized their battle spells so well in that game. It all stemmed from their positioning and the way that they reset the Lord, the idea that they had. You gotta have to say, Coach Lyric really taught this team well.
Yeah, and now by Team Triple Esports having that enhanced Lord and one more wave pushing in for Team Bigatron Suns. Not just that, the lanes are frozen down. Team Triple Esports are in control of the map so far. There's no gold lead, or like I wouldn't say there's a much difference between both gold laners, but rather 8K gold lead so far for Triple Esports in a matter of 16 minutes.
Yeah, the gold is elsewhere. And sometimes you would say that's actually worse than it all being on the gold laner. Because we've seen that Bigatron Suns can actually find Sano. They can punish him. But if the gold is on everyone else, then all the more Triple Esports is a threat to be reckoned with. And now they're just committing the right amount of effort. Oh wow, Bigatron Suns actually able to protect their top lane inhibitor. How about mid though? There's still a wave down there. Sano able to kick it down. Mid lane gonna get cleared in. Troll playing with range. So far, Bigatron Suns keeps 2 inhibitors.
Not so bad at all. Not too shabby at all from BTR Suns with that defense. They're going to be giving up the bottom lane, the push as well. That's Triple Esports. What they can do now is to take over the jungle at least. Get all those orange and those green camps.
Choke 'em out.
Orange actually is responding in 5 seconds, so...
Oh
important.
no! Coffin! Coffin
combo.
gets caught out!
I can
Now there's
seal.
5 of the final slash onto 2! Sano gets jumped on! They're collapsing!
Guiding Wind.
They're collapsing! The Guiding Wind's able to save the footballer! And now they're backing out! They're backing out! Friendly zone from Sanji from the back! And now Sano says, "Psych!" The fight continues! Super Hoopa gets collapsed on! Sano takes him down! Triple Esports coming through! But Black able to find a clutch! Final slash, but Tarzan
Sano.
is jumping on a target
Sano.
after target. That's a decimate. Buzizio falls as well. 3 for
Guiding
1, the
Wind.
current trade. What an
Sano.
amazing trade for Triple. And they find another. Sano falls. 2 on 3. Tarzan takes down inhibitor in mid. Black able to help clear that wave down bottom. Both teams can breathe.
Unable to finish this game with not having any damage whatsoever to the turrets. Let's break down what happened, Wolf. What did just happen between those teams?
A good punish from BTR Suns. We did say the Bennett range is the most important spell now for BTR. You saw how they were able to destroy that Valentina ever so quickly. Then they run down the members of Triple Esports. Gonna have to hand it to the Matilda though. He was the one to rush to get out. And when they eventually caught out the Bruno, all they had to do was to wait for the Guiding Wind to be up once again after the stun. They get out, and then the Circling Eagle for the counter. But of course, Sanji let him cook. Well, that's a different Sanji. But
Different Sanji.
I think that this time he is also cooking.
Yeah, learning from Echo is something, but having 2 Sanjis is something else. Let's look here. Team Triple Esports are trying to zone or like to control this Lord area, but still Bigatron Suns can go in and commit to it. Having Black as a sacrificial lamb, having Black to go in and just disrupt the composition or like the positionings of Team Triple Esports. 6K, I wouldn't say that much of a lead in late game because Bigatron Suns have the defense needed and have the damage also needed. Buzizio at some point I saw that he's not completing his items, meaning that he's trying to defend multiple damages or like trying to absorb as much damage as he can with the gold he have.
I wonder what play Coffin as well as Troll will be trying to do down the bottom lane. Yeah, they're just going to be clearing it out. They're going to try to win this Lord Dance once again, and that's the long lane.
Oh.
And at the first set of trouble, they just back out.
That's right,
Freeze?
forcing Sanji to use the
Oh,
winner
the final
trunch.
slash.
And it all caught all those ults. What a play from Sanji. Now, Triple Esports, it's their turn to
Sanji.
turn around. Big
Oh my
Circle
God.
Eagle plus a penalty zone. Sanji's turn to clap back. Super Upa finding the ground. And now it's a 5v4 as
Sano.
Triple Esports goes in. Guns blazing. Aggression. Pulls to the wall. Putting pedal to the metal as another falls. It's Black. Now a 5v3. Triple Esports let go of the Lord. They thought it was endable, but the waves in mid and top aren't exactly where they want it to be.
They want to focus on the bottom lane. That's Sano as well as Troll.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Tarzan to take over the Lord fight. Sano even might be interested in getting the orange. No, it's not. It doesn't have the time. We confirming the push. I think that the Lilia will have enough defense for this after the third push.
Yeah, having the best of both worlds.
Oh,
Akash with the Eye of Offended. Syndra uses the black shoes, putting himself up back to full health. Triple Esports just buying time. Bigatron can't leave the base, confirming all but this Lord.
Clearing the jungle, taking the Lord, also making the map wide open. There's no inhibitor turrets whatsoever. The crystal is wide open for the taken team. Triple Esports are now in the driver's seat.
how do you stop this? Gonna have to prepare your glooms as Syndra. Gonna be setting those up as a trap. At the same time though, it's 20 minutes in, so the charges will not be, the charges will, the cooldown for the charges is quite fast. Especially because of the updates onto the Lilia in the late game. It's actually a pretty strong hero when it comes to defense as well as offense.
Well, I really do like BTR, as I said earlier in this draft. I said that BTR have a potential draft that can go for a long defense. Also, Leo agree with me on that. And right now, this is the ultimate test for them. With Ruby, with the crowd control coming from her, also from the Arlot, with the clearance that Beatrix can provide. Also, the Lilia. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Circling Eagle already from Troll, just spacing out those two backliners from Bigatron Suns. Lauren gonna get taken care of. Penalty zone by Sanji. Already popping Akash's immortality, and Black here down to a fifth of his health. Sanji losing his immortality, using the Wind Trojan one more time. Guiding Winds out of harm's way. Bigatron Suns holding on, just clearing the way. One more Circling Eagle. Big catch as Buzizio gets knocked up. The penetration clearing the wave. The base here at half final slash, but only before Akash falls. The base has gotten overloaded. Triple Esports take game one.
Sano just scored a goal for Team Triple Esports. Having that crystal wide open was just what he needed.
A great draft coming up from Triple Esports allowed them to play their own playstyle, their gameplay. A very fast triple time. That is the strategy now for Triple Esports. You saw how well they utilized this Matilda from the start up until the finish. Laning stage, they utilized that Matilda and the Valentina to kind of bully the Lilia out of that lane, and then eventually transition into the Turtle. And you're gonna have to hand it to Triple Esports as well. They showed us a turtle dance in the first Turtle, where they were able to win it with their ultimates that they've had. They're even like resetting the Turtle at certain points. It was a pretty smart way to deal with it. And then, come the mid-game, their Lord dances were even more beautiful to watch, you know?
Well, I really do like about the draft and about how the way Team Triple Esports executed, and especially there's one member, Sanji, whenever he's there, whenever he have this flicker, and at some point we will see it in the highlights when he used that freeze, taking all these ultimates. That was perfect.
So good. That one moment in that bush.
Yeah.
Sanji bought what? 3 ults.
Yes.
He forced out 3 ults to no response. And I love 9 out of 10 of his penalty zones. Amazing. But who is worth getting the MVP? It was him all along. Sanji on his Terizla.
And I think even the first Turtle fight was because of his good usage of the penalty zone. And remember the mid lane, where it was actually the big turning point for the entirety of Triple Esports. The flicker play that caught the Beatrix, immediately followed up by another flicker play coming up from the Matilda with the guiding wind to bring out one damage dealer to eventually overrun the Beatrix and then win the team fights for them. You're going to see through the highlights how good these penalty zone usages were.
Yeah, indeed. We will see together right now the highlights, seeing Sanji and his penalty zone. This is the first one.
It's going to be a very beautiful turtle dance, in fact. Sanji taken out, and Tarzan gets it. And then we're going to see it again. 4-man penalty zone, of course, followed up by a lot of damage coming out from Triple Esports. You're going to see it once again. Tried for the invade this time. Gonna be another good penalty zone coming out from Sanji himself. Tarzan eventually taken out, and they were duly punished from their transgressions. Try to chase Syndra, but look at those flickers. Unfortunately, will not be enough. They will be taken out once again. Look at that. Sanji catching Super Upa. Immediate flicker from Troll, and then Tarzan was there to finish it off. It was like it was an alley-oop, you think about it, or maybe it's like a baton pass, you know? Like a relay, where everybody was just running. It was a marathon for Triple Esports, whereas for the side of BTR, they are just going to be ran over because of the speed of tempo play coming out from Triple Esports.
Yeah, no, it was a dive on dive on dive.
Yeah.
If anything, though, Guiding Winds was only really to course correct. It was only to really find a better way to re-engage. And here towards the final moments of game number 1, you'll see that the counter maneuvers, or how do I say, the turn from BTR Suns got overloaded, and so was the base with all the minions coming through.
Yeah, and Sano obviously knowing that there's no final slash anymore, not a problem at all. Goes in for the base, eventually the base building, and then takes him out. That's going to be Triple Esports winning game number 1. Nothing too fancy when it comes to the emblem choices for teams. One thing that I do want to take note is that it's Impure Rage on the Matilda. which means that the poke that you saw coming out from Troll as the roaming Matilda was actually very painful. That's the reason why this Akash Ruby as well as Syndra Lilia really struggled in the mid lane. The pokes that came out of the Matilda allowed them to win the mid lane, which also meant that the Valentina had significant amount of gold advantage over Syndra in the early stages of the match.
Well, I cannot help but to admire also Sano's repositioning with that Bruno, using the help that was offered to him by Troll. And there's something that will make you guys, will put you guys in shock. He is a jungler. He's not even a gold laner. He had to adjust after the problems that the gold laner of this team had. Yeah. So Sano, with this gameplay, I think he quite got experience with Triple Esports.
Yeah, no, it makes sense also because he's the rich guy, right?
Yeah.
He's in the gold lane, but as a jungler these days, you know that you always have to be picking up something from your creeps somewhere on the map, and that he took that play style of being a jungler into now his role as a gold laner, and it shows.
And you can see that eventually BTR will be able to prolong the game. That kind of tells us that, okay, BTR, they're not pushovers. They know what to do. They drafted this set of heroes because they know how to use it. There were important moments for Super Upa to land the Bennett's Rage. And you saw that it was able to eventually take out Coffin, but you gotta expect more from him. So maybe come the next game, they want to activate Super Upa more if they are going to play for the Beatrix once again. Because you understand what they wanted to go with it. Final Slash, you have the Ruby Ultimate, you have AoE lockdowns that could have been great as a setup for the Bennett's Rage to eventually make sense of this Beatrix. Otherwise, they should have just chosen something like a Claude that will rely on counter initiation, or maybe along the lines of Irithel, perhaps, that can actually snowball with the backshot. But they chose for the Beatrix, only played the nature of the Beatrix at least, I guess, at most once or twice. Yeah. And that really spelled the doom for their win condition.
Gentlemen, is it just me, or throughout M5, I have casted 2 out of 3 BTR series, right? They somehow always find a way to be a defensive team. They always find a way to draft defensive, to rely on the turn, and it's weird when you're fighting against a team that is so aggressive. This is what happens.
Yeah, and looking here, we have Mina Supremacy or bounce back of Brazil, because yeah, we mentioned it earlier on, Saudi Arabia have won against Brazil back in IESF 2023, so this might be a chance for redemption for the Brazilian team, Team BTR, Bigatron Sons. But there is something about the last game that I need to address here, which is Buzizio with the Baxia. He was able to rotate so fast, but at some points I think he was kind of out of formation, and he was caught quite a lot by Troll himself, because he's now in the picture. I want to talk about Troll.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the nature of the hero. Like, if you win the lanes as the roamer, as the mid lane matchup, you can mirror now, or at least mark where the enemy jungle is. And there was even a time where the Matilda went in for the play, for the zone outplay. This was the Lord fight, and then the Martis was there together with them. Then eventually the Turista to zone them out. Eventually the Turista will be taken out, but Bozizio cannot position himself around the Lord because Sano, the Bruno with the Wind of Nature, was actually on to him, landing the crits, and he cannot survive that because he's well underfarmed.
Well, speaking of today's match, we cannot neglect that today only one team will go out in style, and so far all the numbers are looking good for Team Triple Esports. Only the unique hero used is going for the side or the favor of Team Bigatron Sons. So who do you think today will go out in style, Leo?
They're already both going out in style. To be honest, I've noticed that there's this trend or this tendency for BTR Sons to play a certain way. That's their style. And if you have an identity, that's better than still figuring it out on the world stage, right?
That's right. And especially because of the fact that they're choosing their comfort pickups. And this is where I can say that Triple Esports looked confident. You can see like Coach Lyric was like this, and like he was just like really just laughing about.
Yeah, Tarzan's always smiling, man. Tarzan's always just smiling.
Yeah, and Coach Lyric during the draft was very happy, and I think that I did not see that from him when he was in MPLPH, maybe
Whoa.
because it was his rookie season as a coach, so he might not be that comfortable. But it's great to see him very happy with his squad. And I think that they were just laughing a lot when they were just drafting. And we're not saying that they are laughing at their opponents. It's just that they're having a great time.
I'll have to
Yeah.
double down on this. I don't know if you agree with me, Yasu, but after speaking to Coach Lyric in the first couple of nights of the M Series, right? My first time seeing him in months.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can take away from my conversations with Triple E Sports.
Alright.
Coach Lyric and the boys are so happy together.
Yeah.
They are just so in sync, and they even shared with me a little inside joke, and I think
What?
it was on their whiteboard in the dugout. Does the word Marajay mean anything to you?
What?
Marajay.
Marajay?
Yeah. Is that Arabic?
Maybe if I saw it in writing,
Yeah.
maybe I can get
It's
it.
a little joke that they have. We're in, Coach, can we do this? Can we try this? Can we play Moscow? Can we do? And Coach Lyric says, Marajay. It means later, but he really
Later.
doesn't mean. But it's just like, no, we're not doing that, guys. So it's so fun to see that kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you for sure, and as I told you before, in MPL MENA Season 3, this wasn't the level from the Triple E Sports. I wouldn't say they were much more worse, but look at the right angle here. Look at the full half of the cup. Team Triple E Sports are now much more mature and much more professional.
Yeah.
So having Coach Lyric, I would agree with you 100% that he got this team synced together.
Yeah. For BTR Sons, we are also waiting for them to bring out their A game. Surely, we saw that this is like the standard for BTR Sons. I mean, Leo already observed this, which means that this is a pattern, which
Yeah.
also tells me that this is their comfort, right? It may not work in game number 1, but I just want to see them being true to their lineup. If they choose this lineup, they choose to go for the Beatrix, which they did. They actually won Beatrix with Beatrix Baksha in ISF. That's probably why they picked it up now today, going up against Triple Esports. I just hope that they play as the lineup suggests them to play, you know?
Well, but do you still stand with the full series? Well, because you predicted a full series today.
Of course, I want to see this go 3 games for sure. I want to see
Yeah.
more of BTR. I want to see more of their drafting. I want to see more of Coach Lyric just smiling.
Despite losing game 2, if that is the case.
Exactly,
All right,
exactly.
so you're saying now maybe in game 2, they figure out the dynamics between their defensive style
Yes.
and Triple E Sports, and then take us to game 3.
Yes.
Well, heading now into
Hopefully.
the draft, we will see together, will the team Triple E Sports be able to finish this off with a full sweep, or will Bigatron Sons have another word to say? And this time, I think that draft is going a little bit faster, right?
Yeah. I think we kind of went in deep. The Arlet going to be banned out by Triple E Sports. And the Joy as well as the Nolan will be at least left open. BTR needs to ban both of those because they're on the red side. Because I think Triple E Sports are more concerned about the Faramis than it is the Assassins.
Looking at Triple Esports, aren't they banning the heroes with the most mobility so far? Like, they banned the Arlet, they banned also the 1-1. They might even go for a Nolan or a Joy. So, I don't know actually what are they pulling off, but it seems like it is something that cannot play against mobility heroes.
The beat of the flash.
Okay, there's a Joy.
Yeah.
I think maybe all things considered Faramis first. Faramis first, and then as the ban for Triple Esports, and then you get to choose. Now, the thing about it though, because they are banning the 1-1 so much, I think they might be first picking the Bruno, in fact.
Ah,
I'll not be surprised if Triple Esports actually does that.
Makes
that's a
sense.
really interesting angle.
Makes sense because Sano, again,
Yeah.
he's what? He's usually a jungler.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you do your best to make up for it. All right, we'll give you your comfort.
Yeah.
Coach Lyric, you can almost kind of read his lips and say, yeah,
Yeah.
no, okay, we'll get you the bro, don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry.
He
So-
also played Claude quite well against Onyx, right? Oh, as I told you, more mobility heroes in the
Yeah.
ban list.
Yeah. Obviously, if the Joy is banned, you ban also the Nolan. BTR. I think they should be banning the Bruno this time, right? Unless they want to trade forward the Faramis.
What
Or
about...
Baxia. Oh. yeah, I think overall you don't want to touch the backshot. You want to take it for your own. That means that you kind of have to sacrifice one thing. So you have to give a good pick. You leave open maybe the Bruno or the Faramis so that you can now pick the backshot if you are BTR.
But why don't you go again with Triple Esports having the Valentina? Because Coffin has shown that he's really good with the Valentina. And with that said, steal the ultimates from Team BTR, but now they ban the Faramis.
Yeah.
To live.
So I do agree. I do feel that the Valentina is strong on Coffin. At the same time, though, it's Bruno. I mean, every time the 1-1 is banned, the Bruno is just like a double S tier.
Natural. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
101 drafting.
So now if you're BTR, you go Baxia because you don't want to give it to Triple Esports. I'm not entirely sure. Are they actually very confident with the Valentina? Because if they are confident with the Valentina, they pick it up this time together with the Baxia.
Well, there's something here.
Or
What
Lilia,
about
perhaps.
taking? Yeah, but what about Leo? I want your perspective on that, or your insights.
I was
What
going to try to
about
answer his
having-
question first.
Oh, what? Okay, go ahead. Answer it first. Sorry, I kind of missed it.
Yeah, no, but
It's okay.
now I'm confused. Go ahead, continue. Wherever you were going with this.
I was going with kind of the same question here, but what about not having the Valentina Baxia and having the they're going for it anyway.
Yeah.
It's too late for my question. I was going to say the Angela and the
Always
Baxia.
on the way.
Yeah, no, I think
Oh.
Angela's a relatively small-time player in this series. Both teams don't really see the Angela as much of a threat because even looking at game 1, right? It never really even came out.
Yeah.
But I think the Valentina is Syndra special. Anyways,
Syndra special.
Regardless of what goes on, at least if he gets the Valentina, it kind of tailors what Triple Esports is capable of.
It kind of glues it all together.
That's right.
if you
It keeps
think
them in check.
Yeah. I think I like the Baxia for Triple Esports. You might consider getting the Minotaur actually for Triple Esports. Or
Would you?
yeah. Kadira!
Oh,
The Kadira Franco.
this is the combo I'm telling you about. Mina special.
The mini special. Oh my goodness, with the Bruno to kind of burst them out. Oh, BTR, how do you answer this? You need a frontliner for sure. You need someone to stay in front. I think it's more beneficial if they pick up the Akai now if you're BTR.
As a jungler.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Martis and the Baxia, they offer a lot when it comes to utility, but when it comes to like staying in front and actually disrupting this combo at least, you'd need the Akai, right? Or somewhere along those lines. So that tanky, beefy front line.
What did he choose? Oh, an interesting
Wow.
choice. A Claude right now.
Very early Claude.
That Claude's gonna get bullied out of lane, man. It's gonna be tough. I'm hoping that Upa's rocking a Purify. At this point now, he has to respect everything that Triple Esports can do. And you don't even have Triple Esports' XP laner yet. You don't even have Sanji's hero.
And I could tell you something, even though I don't expect it to happen, but Tarzan is able to play assassins. But with this draft, I would go with the utility heroes that he's specialized into too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for BTR, they will have to focus on XP laners as well as junglers. I think they might Terizla for sure, right? And then there's the Baxia, obviously. I think that they're going to be eyeing for Akai, so they might be the ones to pick it up the 4th pick. Triple Esports can choose to ban XP laners as well, something like Khalid, perhaps. Or, like I said, the Akai is such a good pickup here.
For Triple Esports, I would consider taking Fredrin right now. Yeah, like if it's open, if it's like there for the taking. But as you said, they do ban the XP laners.
Yeah.
Banning the Trizla is one of the most logical ones. But
Yeah.
again, for Triple Esports, having the Fredrin, the utility hero, also
Yeah.
he is one of those heroes that Tarzan is really good with.
Yeah.
Also the crowd control that he can offer for the Karita. I think this is a really good matchup, or at least so far, it's a really good draft for Triple Esports. But we have worse things happen at CEA. Karita's passive.
Yeah.
What?
Thalassophobia actually means
Thalassophobia.
the fear of the ocean or
See value in me?
deep bodies of water.
You should.
Yep.
And what else do you buy? Yuzhong perhaps for Triple Esports? Or maybe a Uranus actually.
I banned the Yuzhong first.
Yeah, the Yuzhong.
Yeah,
is a top
protect
priority.
Sano. Protect
Yeah.
Sano at all costs.
Or Lapu Lapu, which we've seen a lot of teams like pick up.
Both of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really a matter of which one Black has better. So it's up to Coach Lyric to read into that.
That's right.
So Triple Esport now, they can make the way much more easier if they ban one of the XP laners that can reach the backline and actually paralyze Sano. Maybe a Yuzong, maybe we'll see something else. I think that Team BTR need a heavy XP laner on, and also actually a heavy jungler. Okay, this is a really logical one. Khalid from the side of Team Triple Esports, but for Team BTR, I would still go with the Akai.
Yeah, Akai. It just fits the it fits the profile. It's great as the fourth pick as well because you can still flex your XP lane to counter the XP lane for Triple Esports.
Right.
And also you denied that Akai from Triple Esports.
Give it to Buzizio. He's asking for it, Coach.
Give it to me. I think it just makes sense overall. Now,
and it fits the bill too. Like again, Akai can be played defensively.
Oh,
Martis.
Would you agree with the Marts though? I think the Akai makes much more sense to me.
Okay, I think the idea here is if Akai is gonna be picked up by Triple Esports because it's the only utility jungler left, it means that the Valentino will be happy. So they're like, okay, Triple Esports pick it up.
Yeah.
If they go for the Martis, at least they take it away from Triple Esports because actually Martis looks really good for Triple Esports.
That's an automatic decimate bounce.
Yes, exactly.
I get it.
So you go Lancelot here if you're Triple Esports, and maybe Tyroth perhaps, or Lapu Lapu.
Something about BTR Suns worries me is because they're really going down this road of we're not about being defensive. It's about the turn. That also what gives them that choice. And here we go. Syndra's gonna get himself a heavy spin and dead lane Uranus, of course. All four other heroes were everywhere. Sanji's like, I'm tired of doing big XP laner things.
Yeah.
Well, if Lafel's here is gonna be so happy seeing that Uranus coming up.
I think BTR, you know, there's a big gamble here. You can go for Tyroth if you're BTR. I'm not entirely sure if they're very good with it, but it's the gamble. If you want to go safe, I believe that the Lapu Lapu is the perfect hero for BTR because there's a CC immunity as well to go with it.
It's fast enough.
Fast enough. With the Matilda, you have a Matilda and the Claude allows you to actually get into the backlines.
Yeah.
So that's a safer route. The gamble is the Dyroth. So
yeah, I was going to Dyroth as well, but what did they choose? It's a Yuzong.
We did mention the Yuzong.
Yeah, after banning the Trizna and Khalid, I think Yuzong is really good here.
Black Dragon Form, that's his name.
Touché.
That's it. I'm here until the end, guys. Don't worry about it. But
the problem I have with the Yuzong is that it doesn't have the CC immunity as Lapu Lapu would have. So that means that if he does jump to the Bruno, Heavy Speed just messes up his combo.
Well, having Heavy Spin on Triple Esports and also on Team BTR, because we have just mentioned that the Valentina will have the best of both worlds. How many ultimates are there for Syndra to pick up? There's the Kadita, Franco, and also the Akai, right?
There's effectively two that he really wants. The Kadita is like a solid consolation prize, I'd say. But going into game 2, I'd like to think this time around BTR has better information. BTR has better read on who really the beatdown is at what point, and maybe Wolf might get what he wants.
Will it be the last match for Triple Esports, concluding their journey here at the M5 World Championship, taking it home with a full sweep, or will Team Bigatron Suns have another word to say?
It's just surprising to see like a Matilda just trying to invade against the Akai. It's like
alone.
It's like something.
It's something because the thing is, Akai is not bothered by the Matilda, and Matilda is also not bothered by the Akai in a way that you don't want to spend your spells onto the Matilda. It's just like it's like a nothing.
It's an Esmeralda Uranus situation.
Exactly. It's a nothing situation.
So looking here at the Uranus and looking also at Team Bigatron Suns, I don't think that there's a pick that can actually paralyze Uranus from harassing those backline heroes and also going wherever he wants. The crowd control coming from the Yuzong, also from Buzizio on that March. I don't think it's quite enough to take down Sanji with his Uranus.
Oh. I love the damage that Syndra's putting out on again. He's very comfortable on that hero. Now Akash, here in the eyes of three. Retribution spent in by Tarzan.
Oh.
There's a hook. Akash taking a lot of damage. Tarzan's passive. Tarzan's passive. The extra damage. HP based from that Akai. First blood drawn by Triple E Sports. He wants to talk.
Is that Purify on the Matilda and Flicker?
I guess. I mean, if you're facing up against something like a Kadira, you want to check the bushes and you want to survive afterwards. So it's decent. At the same time, because you have the Purify, you now can save your teammates when you are all pinned down by the heavy spin. I think this is more of a reactive play than it is a proactive play coming up from Akashi.
Again, it's the Bigatron Suns trademark. We want to turn, and if not, we're going to play defensive. Find the re-engage. First here to the scene, heavy spin by Syndra, stolen away. Not a single save from Triple E Sports as the Suns take the first hurdle.
Yep. That's the problem, which kind of makes me think that, yeah, surely the Martis as the pick coming out from BTR Suns made a lot more sense than they picked the Akai. Obviously, the Akai would fit in their lineup, but at the same time, they take away the Martis from Triple Esports. I think it's a pretty smart move that they did.
Yeah. They have right now the heavy spin, and also they have the marts for themselves. They can zone away Triple Esports at some point, but having this draft for Team Triple Esports, they are looking for a catch. They are looking to land some of those iron hooks and take them out one by one using Coffin's ultimate.
Yeah, one thing about the Akai is that you don't want to slow down your jungling, your farming. So we will always have to watch out for the levels now for both the Akai as well as the Martis. You have to take note of that.
Yeah.
And up top, the Bruno might be in trouble.
He might be in trouble, but also the Claude might be in trouble because I can see here that both of the teams are joining the gold lane competition. Both of them wants to take the opponent's gold lane, and I think that at this point, Super Opa, if he died at this early in the stage of the game, he can actually not face Bruno in the lane because Bruno already have an advantage.
Yeah. Overall, I think that this is a much winnable situation for BTR Suns compared to game number 1.
Yeah.
Because this is just Claude and Matilda, but Hasclaw's picked up.
The flicker and the bloody hunt bite down on a Super Upa. Nothing the Purify could do there. Sun has a
Oh my God!
One out. The headbutt by Tarzan forcing out a response. Akash gets taken down. A ball from Sano, lethal underneath tier 1. But Buzizio finds a window.
Yeah,
Blazing speed from the response. Now Sanjay welcomes him into his loving arms as Boozy gets away. Turtle spawns.
great play from Triple Esports in their positioning for the counter, especially the flicker play coming from Troll, a classic. And then you can see Syndra just being able to copy using the IMU ultimate onto Tarzan just in time so that he gets out with the extra Purify.
Here we go, Black Dragon form from Black as the Turtle here gets pulled out. Full combo spent, Turtle gets reset, Circling Eagle from Akash. Black here dealing a lot of damage on the Coffin. Coffin holding on to his combo, Petrifying ult still in tow. They have to re-engage once more, pulling out. There's a hook, speaking of a pull, Akash gets sent into the sky and down onto the ground as he is taken out. The dance continues. 5 members of Triple on the map. Bigatron has 4. Syndra has a heavy spin here. Tarzan spent his. It's Beyblade! A Syndra responds. Turtle still standing. Retribution coming in. No need, sir, as Buzizio just uses the proc. All this while, the gold laners were on an island of their own as Sano pushes at tier 1.
Was that a passive that took the turtle?
I think so.
It was a tick.
It was a tick of the... He didn't even pop the retribution. It was just literally a tick of the...
He trusted it.
Oh, true.
What's going on? The fight continues down bottom. Turtle still standing. Buzizio tried to brute force that turret take. Now dashing on through. Here comes the minion waves. They're going to lose that eventually. Bigatron Suns finding a trade down bottom.
A massive trade for BTR. They got the turtle because of... don't even want to call it luck. It's calculated, as the kids would say.
All according to plan.
All according to plan. And they took out the bottom lane as well. Now, they weren't able to get any kills. It's still 4-0 in favor of Triple Esports. But they're equalizing when it comes to the gold. And the Martis is far more comfortable in the farm compared to the Akai. Eventually, as Martis, come the First Lord, will be 1 or 2 levels higher than the Akai, and that's a big problem for Triple Esports.
Triple Esports at this point, even though they have the kills in their favor, yet there is an equal trade when it comes to the turrets. And even though they were in the lead at some point, now Team Bigatron's Sons reclaimed their place into the map. There is no face check, I would say, for Team Triple Esports except for that Sanji, who might go in, but yet he didn't join his team so far. Super Upa is trying to defend, but Sanji wants to take that turret so badly.
Oh, dude, Sanji's just doing it the old-fashioned way. Basic attack after basic attack. But it's not going to happen, not here, not now. The dead lane for Triple Esports, down bottom, 15 seconds until this turtle spawns.
Look at that position of a troll coffin. And the BTR says show 4 people and then 1 onto the bottom lane. Immediately they have to reposition. Okay, this is a bad spot to actually go to. At the same time, they will return to it. When there is a turtle available, they're not even in that position.
Nope, they don't care.
They have the flicker play though.
Sano is baiting. Sano is baiting.
Here comes Troll.
Ah.
All right, they take to the push again.
Oh, what?
Sanji, what? Sanji, what? It's one thing to trust your jungler passive to take it out, but we see the retribution from Tarzan. Was that an ionic edge from Sanji that took it?
I would imagine.
Oh, here we go.
Flying.
Cash coming in with the Circling Eagle, cancels it out the opposite direction as Bigatron's Sons disengages. I'm still in disarray. I am flummoxed, I am perplexed.
Oh,
I
conceal.
am
Conceal.
left in awe. The fight continues.
Sidra!
The heavy spin. Use the disengage, but Coffin goes down regardless. A Super Upa has enough damage, and now they're basic attacking. They're taking him. Tarzan falls. Oh man!
Massive timing coming out from Syndra, popping the Akai ultimate that he copied.
Yeah, that was almost an iron hook there, but there was a really bad miscommunication from Triple Esports. Even though there was a conceal and a flicker play by Troll, no one followed up.
It was all of theirs, but I guess timing just wasn't in. And 8 minutes, of course, here we see Exhort boots built up already by Coffin. They need to start working on their communication. There's a knockup. Bozizio falls. So does the tier 1 turret. Black here, very low, guiding with on out. Shields enough. Sanji looking for it. Sano gets the kill. And Sano now going to start taking this purple buff away from BTR Sons. Grand Theft Purple, 1 count, guilty.
Yep. And they give it to Sano, in fact. The massive play coming out from Triple Esports as they defend in the middle, and of course the hook coming up from Troll, now connecting onto one of the better heroes to actually receive it. That's the Martis that they take out. They weren't able to defend their turret, but they got a kill, a very important kill, that, and then objectives afterwards. So Triple Esports is going to be very happy about this.
Look at Coffin and Troll waiting for a catch.
Good check coming out from Syndra. Troll will have the flicker in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Super Upa needs to be extra careful.
What? All the damage from Sano is enough. Happen in the blink of an eye. You'll miss it if you looked away. Bozizio does find the revenge kill, and now Bozizio jumps in, decimate on a Coffin. Not enough to take him out. Now here comes the cavalry. Relatively slow.
Tarzan.
More like
Heavy
tanks coming through. Black here gets caught out. The heavy spin from Syndra to help his XP laner disengage. Bigatron's Sons survive.
Man, great play out of Triple Esports, but then even better for BTR. Like we said, there's a lot of engaged potential from them. They have the Yuzhong ultimate, they have the Matilda, they can get into the fights very easily, and they're very tanky as well.
I don't know if I cursed Sano by just thinking or not. I was at some point I was saying 2-0-2, he haven't been touched so far, so he must have some damage, and he did deal some damage, but he instantly went away. I think that Sano at this point, look at the Lord, they're just melting it down, but they are not aiming for the Lord.
Oh no!
Pull onto Bozizio. He gets caught into that combo. The bloody hunt committed. Sanji gets the kill. Akash into the back line. Sanji put down a tenth of his health. The Wisp looking to deal enough damage. Here comes Super Uba with a blazing duet. He's going ham on Triple Esports as he gets 2K. And now Triple Esports looking to commit. But now Troll gets punished. Coffin the only one left. Bigatron's Sons with the 4 for 2 and the Lord along the way.
Triple Esports already got an important hook onto Bozizio, but he's very, very tanky. As you saw, there wasn't any burst. And we can see through the replay again what happened. BTR recovers because of the timing coming out from the Claude. knowing full well that there aren't any good ultimates anymore to lock him down. Even the ultimate coming out from the Akai, whittled down so easily. Gonna have to hand it to both Syndra as well as the Claude. Super Upa dealing the damage onto the Akai.
Yeah.
And now they have the advantage.
Yeah, even though I saw Sanji sneaking back there, living his life, even though he was almost 0 HP, Super Upo found his way through. Now the Lord is coming, but it is going and fading quite fast. Both team, no, just Triple Esports this time are going to do the defense duties. One inhibitor turret each. Yeah. No turrets other whatsoever.
Suddenly, it's now Bigatron's Sons who actually owns the map.
Yep.
It's all red, and it's looking better already. If you're able to have the engagement range that you do as Bigatron Sons with this lineup, and you're trapping your opponents, you're keeping them locked inside their own base, barely able to get out to their own jungle, this is a good place to be.
Is Coffin once again on a second room here?
He was at 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's Resort Boots. You're gonna have to give it now to BTR Sons. I think you're not only controlling the map, you're also scaling better. You have the Claude together with the Matilda that went in for the focusing mark, so that when they do jump with the circling eagle, you have carry in Bozijo, you have so much damage already from the bonus that you get from the focusing mark.
Yeah.
And you can feel that even Sanji on this Uranus is feeling the damage already.
Yeah, he's embracing that damage. 115k so far. And at some point, I'm wondering, even though Super Upa was one of the first victims to Team Triple Esports in the early game, he's now dealing so much damage. But oh, there's a hook.
Whoa! Akash spent his Purify. Super Upa taking damage on a Sanji. Yeah, so you were saying?
I was actually going to say, I didn't quite catch it, but did Super Upa get a Maleficor by any chance?
I'm not entirely sure. Seems like
Not yet. He's building it up though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DHS Golden Staff, the attack speed items, more than enough for the Claude at this point. Does have the orange buff, but then again, he's one flicker ult away from being taken out. They know that there is someone in here. It's quite scary.
Coffin and Troll. Sanji checks, gets hit with the AOT.
No. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, he's caught, but no,
Gets
it's
a
far.
low-way bloody hunt. Oh, the flick of a wrist, the sleight of hand, Super
the timing.
Upa. Wow! The mechanical genius.
Oh my god, that was so close.
That was superhuman reflexes.
Sanji is now trying to clear that top lane and team. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Here we go. Akash gets caught out with a heavy spin. That's a man down for the Suns. And the rest of them want to clap back, want to collapse. Black and Syndra not enough.
True.
They need their backup. Here comes Super Upa taking down Coffin. And he has the BMI on back, 1-for-1. Sanji catches good amount of clips from Upa, and they continue to take the Lord.
Now, Syndra doesn't have the ultimate, but so does Tarzan. This will be a 50-50 without heavy spin whatsoever. Now he's being trapped. The damage is just too much.
Tarzan gets clapped by Black. And here we go, the hook on the Black. Lacking the damage. Not enough bounces, not enough balls in the world to take down that Yu Zhong. As Bigatron Sons get enough time to take the Lord. The ball just went to the right target, man.
Oh my goodness.
One more would have taken down Black.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just striking those balls into his face. Yuzong was one ball away, I would say, from going down in the land of Dama. Bigatron finishes strong right now. They have all their teammates still alive, and also almost all of their spells will be ready for that next Lord push. This is an enhanced Lord coming from the mid lane, and it might have the finish with it.
In Akai at this point with just Radiant Armor, you have the Sky Guardian helmet. It's not enough to tank damage from BTR Sons. They need some sort of like, maybe a Tikuras actually from some of their players.
Sano.
Here comes the Lord crashing on through. That's a turret crash. Black with the Black Dragon form. They clear the waves. The cart left out of range. One more basic attack will do it. There it is. Mid lane has been penetrated. Bigatron Sons already inside Triple Esports base. There's the hook. Purified, cleansed by those iframes on the aura from Abuzizio. Bigatron Sons continue the assault, the offensive on the Triple Esports.
Yeah, Triple Esports right now are under pressure. They are now trying so hard to defend that base turrets, but so far they are successful. And what were you saying about Charizard's build, Wolf?
Yeah, it's not that tanky at this point. We take it out. They need a Tikaras. Or perhaps maybe another dominant size onto Tarzan just so that he has a little bit of a way to tank the damage from the Blood. So far, he's only got the Blade Armor.
Yeah.
I believe it will not be enough. They need more anti-physical damage.
Yeah.
Especially because they're facing up against Claude, Martis, as well as Yu Zhong.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm with you, dude. Anti-Karas stat.
Yeah.
I would say actually that Syndra has been using the heavy spin for the Bigatron Suns more than Charizard has been doing, because at some points I think that Charizard had this opening from the backline, starts to go in and bin some of the members of Team Bigatron Suns to the wall, but yet he didn't commit to any of these moments. We will see that in the highlights later on today, but until we go there, let's stick to the present, and the present says that Team Bigatron Suns, even though they were pressured in the early game, they are now in command.
Yep, and so far, they are taking their time. They know that the next big rotation, the next big clash is going to be for this Lord coming up in about 15 seconds. So with that said, they have to make the most of this 5K gold lead. They have to understand that maybe Tarzan isn't ready yet. They'll constantly be checking.
Yeah. Another very late game team fight. Eventually, Triple Esports will equalize when it comes to the gold. You know, there's this argument where some teams would be okay if their mid lane is actually the one push instead of the side lanes, because it's harder to manage during the Lord dances. The long and the short lanes are much harder to handle than it is the mid lane, because literally just your marksman can clear that out.
That's right, and you have to cross.
You have to
cross the map. It's a longer distance from there. So now we continue. Long lane duty on to Sanji. They're going to come up. They're going to try to close the gap here. As Bigatron Suns look for it. Troll walking through these bushes. Conceal already popped. No one home with the hook. Lord here, a fifth of itself. Black with the black dragon form. Sano. Gonna get caught out with a shutdown as Super Upa gets shut down. Traded out for Sano. Buzizio gets the kill. It's a 4v4. Lord got reset. Gold laners off of the map, out of the equation. Both teams scramble. What do we do? Our damage is not present.
I think Troll wants to go for the flicker play.
One more time.
Doesn't have it. But the best target for Troll right now is Syndra, actually.
Yep, if he can stop Syndra, burst him down, that's one big ult off the board. Triple Esports buying time, 20 seconds until Sano actually joins him again. Super Upa, 15 seconds before he is back on the board.
Yeah. Watching that strategy over and over again, Sanji baits Team Bigatron Suns down just to have them into the hands of Troll and Coffin. They are moving together as if they were one, having a one-to-one trade in terms of the gold laners. Would you think that this was a better trade for Bigatron or Triple Esports at this point?
I think for BTR, just because there's the flicker for Troll, which will not be available for 40 more seconds. So when the fights do explode, they don't even have the flicker on to... I don't know if they have the conceal yet.
Watch out. Lord here at half health. This is a dance. It's very fast-paced. Syndra goes in with the Purify, gets caught out with the hook from Troll.
Sano.
Black Dragon 4 from Black in the back line. Sano, very low, gonna get hit with the Circling Eagle, cancelled out by Akash. Tarzan with a heavy spin, down goes Super Upa. Kufin takes him down, and there's a bite down onto one. Buzizio pops his immortality, and Triple Esports have their way with him as he tries to get out of there.
Oh my
Sano
God.
takes him out, balls thrown out to his face at point blank range. Now Sanji and Black and the rest of Triple Esports, they collapse on to the Brazilian XP laner, popping his immortality. Akash trying to save him. Guiding wins out, brother. Guiding wins out, but it's just too much. Black is still standing. Sano gets some balls in. Finally taking him out. 3 for none. Triple Esports going triple time.
Well, it went very, very long, and if you'll notice, Super Upa is going to be available for 12 seconds because of how much time Yu Zhong was able to buy. But I think this is still Lord confirmed for Triple Esports. So the Lord dance was there. You do have to understand that the reason why they won is because of their lane management of the short and the long lane. And now, what happened was Sano showed himself immediately Tarzan was gonna be peeling for his teammate. So he used the heavy spin not to literally protect Sano, but to stop the Claude as well as the rest of BTR to actually get into the backlines.
Yeah.
And Sano was able to survive because only 2 people were going onto it. That's just the Matilda +1, which meant that there wasn't any actual damage. And then Cuffin, back-to-back Lord Dances, he finds Super Upa.
Did I just call him Kufin? I think I did.
He did.
That's how amazing it was.
Exactly.
What I really liked at the last play was Sano when he triggered that Wind of Nature. And not just that, he also bought the Immortality, so he bought more time and he just kept hitting those balls left and right. Team Triple Esports, after being on the defensive, now they are on the offensive side. Triple Esports with the Evolved Lord and with the, I'm not gonna say synced minions, but at least mid lane and top lane are in their favor.
And the Lord's gonna crash in. This is an Evolved Lord. Triple Esports gonna try to do their best to do the extra damage, but it was off of the angle. They pop Black. No Black Dragon form for disengage as Bigatron Suns try to defend. Middle lane inhibitor falls as well. The only one left is Bot as these minions stand. Balls getting thrown at it. Sanji.
Sano.
So tough to kill. Finally gets his immortality pop to jump in. The winner Trudge saves him from the decimate as no one from Triple Esports falls. Heavy spin from Tarzan. Barely alive. Super Rupa coming in, blazing duet. But Triple Esports able to juggle the damage. Sano gets his immortality pop. He gets damaged out. Syndra finds the kill. 1 for 1. A costly attack. Siege, Salt on to Bigatron Sun's base.
Very costly, but they can defend this time. Fortunately, they just get out. I mean, they cut their losses. Fortunately, there's only 1 death on their side. And that's Triple Esports clearing out of the other turrets. This freshly bought Wind of Nature actually coming out from Sano as he first bought for the Immortality, then sold it. Sanji going in for the Blade Armor. If you're looking at the Akai, still no actual physical defense apart from the Blade Armor, but he did go for the Winter Truncheon.
Yeah.
So that's how you can see that he's melting away from the BTR Suns members.
Yeah. I don't know what to say actually about this, but Team Triple Esports, after taking all the inhibitor turrets and after equalizing this game once again, I wouldn't say that there's someone in lead right now because both of the teams, especially the gold laners, they can melt down whichever member on the opponent team. Super Upa with that blazing duet, also Sano with these bowls. His bowls are indeed on fire. We saw him once again and again and again just hitting left and right, and at some points he was scoring them goals, man.
All right, not to get you too excited, Yasu, but I think it's Triple Esports in the lead. I think the way that they've been playing the past 5 minutes proves that they understand the dynamics of their team fights better, especially since Bigatron Suns have to rely on their Purifies very clearly. There's a Conceal, a defensive use of it too, that may even the odds.
Yeah, the BTR, this is great. I think that the real problem now is actually this troll Franco. And the Kadira, obviously. It's not just about the Bruno, because if anything, I think Triple Esports are setting this Bruno as a trap.
Would you expect to see a split push here, Wolf?
Full split push, perhaps.
Yeah, look in the long lane.
Look at bot lane.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, nice scout.
Spotted.
Nice entry.
Spotted.
Okay, well.
Spoiled. Drats.
Drats.
Not today.
Not having these inhibitor turrets actually kinda reminded me of a lot of gameplays we saw on international stages where the roamer and maybe perhaps having also the mage with him or the mid laner and joining
just
by the gold lane, they just go for a split push.
Yeah.
Black coming in, using that combo, Petrify spent.
Sano.
Black Dragon form coming up as a follow through. Sano used the Wind of Nature already. He's got 2 on him. Cinder gets popped. Sano barely alive. Sano gonna get taken down. Black gets the kill. Knock up on the Black. Tarzan spends the heavy spin. It's a trade. Gold laner for a mid laner.
I'm very happy if you're if you are BTR Suns. That's the Bruno they were able to take out.
Yeah. He used the Wind of Nature early, right?
Yeah.
Too early. I mean, it's a big problem though. I think it was the flicker that was mistimed because it kind of allowed the Circling Eagle to kind of speed. They basically allowed the Circling Eagle to be of maximum value because of the timing of the flicker. So
Can they contest the Lord though?
Yes. I guess because Syndra is out and they have the
Heavy spin.
heavy spin.
What they're waiting for. It's off a cooldown. Troll coming in with a conceal. Circling Eagle from Akash as a response. Sanji laying down Ionic Edges on the chunkiest of heroes. Super Upa spotting Coffin. Coffin still has his combo on now cooldown. Sano in 10, Syndra in 5.
Troll has a flicker also. That's very important to take note.
Yeah. He can catch Super Upa at some point.
He can bite Bozizio even,
Yeah.
if just for the Lord.
Long and short lane, well managed by Triple Esports.
Lord here at half health. Both teams say it's time to dance. Hook
Sano's
thrown out.
coming.
No one home. Thrown out between the gaps of Bigatron Sun's formation. Triple Esports looking to prop up. Syndra and Sano back on the map.
Yeah, Sano is just all the way through coming here to the Lord. It's gonna be so hard, it's gonna be so tough, it's gonna be so nasty when it comes to the team fight.
Lord here, a third of its health left. Coffin and Troll parking themselves in a bush once more.
Coffin.
If Triple Esports makes the
Syndra.
call, if they
Syndra.
spot anyone, Syndra.
Syndra, don't show yourself, Syndra.
Oh, black
Okay,
Ah.
it's a better target.
All
It's a
right.
better hero to use
to check.
to check.
Oh, Super Upa.
Yep. This is so sweaty.
I'm so nervous.
This is a dance, man.
This is a dance.
This is
and
a what I call a cultural exchange.
cultural exchange.
But aren't
A
Bigatrons,
samba for BTR, right?
Yeah,
I wonder what's a the dance for like what's a common dance in the MENA region?
Billy dancing.
Are you oh,
Yeah.
right.
Then a belly dance it is.
Belly
As
dancing versus
Bozizio
samba.
gets forced out of position. Sanji with a winner tranche clocked in, taken out by Bozizio, and now Akash
Sano.
spaced out. Immortality used. Sano in trouble. Syndra gets a kill on the Sano. 2 for none. 2 for none. Bigatron
Troll.
Suns happy with this outcome as
Oh,
Troll
very
gets
happy.
taken out. Make it 3, sir. As Triple Esports
Yes.
left wondering where it all went wrong.
It all went wrong because Sanji went in so deep against BTR. They didn't have the follow-up. And then Sano, somebody has to protect that guy.
Oh,
It's a problem.
yeah.
Well, fortunately for Triple Esports, they have good waves.
Indeed. And actually, Bigatron Suns, if they had just one wave coming in, it was outnumbered. It was a finish, right?
Yeah, it's
Even at this point, it's close to a finish.
close to a finish. But then again, like in the mid lane, it will be cleared out easily. In the, so Sano will be enough. However, I would say the typical high ground defense of Triple Esports is not that good.
Nope.
They
to
have
commit.
time.
They have to commit so much.
They have time, but they don't have probably the resources in this
Whoa,
part.
Tarzan with the heavy spin. He still has
Too
an immortality. No one bit down on him.
It's over.
He did not buy enough time. Coffin
Sanji.
gets taken out. It's over. We're going to game 3.
Oh my. Oh my god. Team Triple Esports are falling down to the Brazilian Giants. And if we are talking about dancing, it seems to me like it's a samba.
Samba will reign. A beautiful Lord dance at the end. But naturally, we know that the Claude does have better scaling compared to the Bruno. And with the Matilda intact as well as the Yu Zhang, that allowed them to always have access to the backlines. And dare I say, the last clash, it was the entirety of BTR just being well in sync to find where Sano was. And it's just, you know, a lot of attempts coming out from Triple Esports to go for the Franco as well as the Kirita.
Yeah.
That was their goal. They always try to go for that. But because of the fact that their positions 4 and 5 players were always out of the formation and always relying on the concealed plays, they lost ground. They lost territory.
Yeah, they tunnel visioned essentially. They focused too much on the potential of Coffin and Troll to pick one off, and when they didn't get that, they end up going back to plan A, which is too late to execute on. That's the problem there in the last 5 minutes in the last Lord Dance, and that's how we ended up with game 3.
Well, having Sano is the most priority for Team Bigatron Suns was quite clear that once he's down, Team Triple Esports cannot have this damage output that they imagined that they could have. Also, not just that, the defense around Sano, it was almost Tarzan's duty at some point because Coffin and also Troll, they were busy with these camps.
Yeah. And we can see our MVP. Who should it be? Okay. I think. Well, who do you actually like pinpoint as the MVP? Because everybody played well in the last I would say exchanges, but there was a very important Super Upa ultimate that we saw, which was the blazing duet that net about 3 or 4 kills eventually.
It was spread out
across
all of BTR Sons, but yes, I'll agree. Our MVP's gotta be Super Upa. He was always on. He was always woke.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this picture here, but he was always on point when his team needed him, even if he had a hard early game. As soon as he started to feel his mojo, when he did the BMI Bloody Hunt dodge, I guess that's where he woke his superpowers.
Yeah. That was, so ultra instincts that we saw.
That's right.
And we can really see that Triple Esports have been doing well in this particular game. And in fact, they were leading, but Sano again being compromised. Matilda plus the Yu Zhong. It's just perfect. Super Upa going in for the play. Look at his spacing. He wasn't even hit by the heavy spin at all. I mean, it will not stop him from doing his thing, but what I'm trying to say here is that Super Upa is hyper aware of his positioning, gets the triple kill against Triple Esports eventually, but gonna have to hand it to Coffin, finding Super Upa back-to-back in 2 clashes. As Busisho is gonna be taken out. Eventually, this game will be drawn out, and the common theme is, if they get a kill, that is gonna be Triple Esports winning the team fights, but if not, they get obliterated by the dive. I can see from BTR Sons.
BTR Sons, at some point I was thinking that Super Upa was too perfect when it comes to his positioning, but Sano at this moment, this was one of the moments where Team Triple Esports were falling down. And Sano, I think at some point, he didn't just miss that flicker, also a second skill cost him his life.
And more importantly, it was Syndra who was tasked to take down the Bruno. If you're going to be looking at the Bruno and his itemization, for obvious reasons, you will not see magic defense. There's no Athena shield.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're playing the Valentina in the late game, it can actually one-shot marksmen if those marksmen will not have Athena shield. Right?
Just
and
a full-on combo.
Exactly. And that's crazy because will you actually be looking for Athena shield in the latter portions?
Can't afford it.
You can't afford it because you need to deal the damage.
That's a lot, yeah.
That is the weird power spike of Valentina in the latter portions of the game because his skill 1, skill 2 combo, 1-2-2-1 combo is very, very strong in the late game.
And when it comes to the Wind of Nature, who was using all around the game, it was just the Valentina is the key to take him down.
That's right. I mean, if you are the Claude, why would you dive if there's somebody else diving for you?
Yeah.
And having access to the heavy spin means that you have an active cleanse on this once, then you can act like a disruptor and just literally run over the Bruno while dealing damage from long distance with your spells.
He's both offense and defense on demand.
Yes.
That's crazy. So maybe that is our secondary MVP.
Yes.
Maybe if we could pick another besides Super Upa, it would be Syndra.
Yeah.
I actually like BTR when I saw them at their winning moment. They were so calm and confident.
And well, we did expect this to go the long route.
Yeah.
At
All
least
the way.
you did.
Well, I did.
That's right.
The question is, will we be correct with our prediction? Because we did predict the same.
I'm already wrong. You can still be wrong.
I could still be wrong. That's right. Which will not matter. What's most important here is that we've seen these teams battle it out, go to a game number 3, back-to-back 20-minute games. Or was this a 30-minute game? But the thing is, it's very close. We've seen back-to-back long games. We've seen theoretical applications like your Lord Dances, your long lane pushes.
Mechanical execution.
Mechanical executions. I think that I think that both teams have shown what they're made of, at least in their last match.
And speaking of that, both of these teams have shown us their own strategy. As I told you before, Team Triple Esports love to play those pick-off strategies, and they pulled that off. They made it possible for 30 minutes, I guess. I didn't quite look at the timer there, but looking at Team Bigatron Sons and also you, Leo, you said that they go for the defensive route. Wouldn't you say that there was a slight change here?
Yeah, no, it's not completely defensive now. It's clear that they have intentions to turn, and that's why they picked up very specifically Buzizio's Mardis.
Yeah.
And of course, the initial priority on the Valentina, which again, as the stats showed, and towards that last 10 minutes, the last leg of game 2, Syndra knows that there is a power spike. So maybe it's not about defensive playstyle, it's more about playing to their timing, playing to their pace.
I love it. I do love the Yu Zhong plus the Matilda. It's just fun to watch. And then the Mortis is, you know, going together with the Guiding Wind. It's just great. And of course, the Cloud has natural jumps anyways because of the BMI.
It's like putting a cherry on that cake here.
Right.
Okay, just to be sure here, guys, we're going to have a short break leading on to the next game. Let's go for a short break. Heading back into our game, will the history repeat itself? Will the Saudi Arabian team wins against the Brazilian one? Welcome back to the M5 World Championship Group Stage Match 1 of the last day. Today I'm going to be with you once again, Yasu, joined by Leo and Wolf. We will give you a hell of an experience between the Giants team, Bigatron Sons, and Triple Esports.
Yeah, I think we don't even have to try because just watching the game is already a treat for everyone out there. I mean, I myself, I'm enjoying watching these two teams just trying to battle it out. And what really surprises me and what amazes me about these two teams is that they have these...
Where are you going?
They have these applications of their theories, which we really like the long lane pushes or the conceal plays. It's great to see because they have their own flavor, but at the same time, they are applying what usually happens in Southeast Asian games.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm struggling to think of where these two will take us in this Game 3, right?
Yeah.
They've already shown how capable they are of owning an early game, how they're able to find turns in the mid to the late, how they're able to take us into the stratosphere, the upper limits of the 30-plus minute games, right? So what if Game 3, they just blitz it? Game 3, they're just like, I'm in your base, 10 minutes in, let's go.
What about pulling off some of these picks that we are not used to see? We have seen a Lu Yi yesterday.
From Flash.
Which,
by the way, they were doing since MPLI.
Yeah, that was a very Flash thing to do. You know, I think that they're the only team probably that likes it a lot. What I do want to take note of that particular game is that it's a tie group plus Delui. So it's a different beast.
Sounds like a rank game nightmare.
It sounds like a rank game nightmare. Hey, but you remember, there was one time that was coaching a team and we drafted that.
Yeah.
We won that game.
I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying when you first try it out and you see it, you're like, there's no way this works, right?
Yes,
There's no way.
I agree.
And to be fair, yesterday,
It almost worked.
even one of the tournament favorites actually struggled.
Yes,
It was
that's
a
right.
long game.
Yeah, but it was just for the small mistakes again. Hitting back into our game, Team Triple Esports are going to be up against Bigatron Sons. Bigatron Sons seems so confident. I think after the second game, they should be confident. But we have seen Team Triple Esports at the first game. And as you said, Leo, they were so confident. They were having fun. And Coach Dirk was bringing the team together. He was having his laughs. And we have seen them execute a really good draft. So heading into the third game, Wolf, what would you expect to change from Triple Esports to win? And also at the same time, what should Team Bigatron keep on doing to win the game? So how to win for both teams?
Ooh, okay, so I think the Claude late game composition fits BTR well because they're defensive anyway, so they have to look for peel heroes like that. And for Triple Esports, yeah, they should stick with the Bruno, but this time I think the Kadira plus the Franco is a very one-dimensional kind of gameplay where you want to look for targets in the end. It's not like, obviously it's a great combo, right? But at the same time, you're tunneling into specifically one vision to the point where the enemy can easily outplay you afterwards.
Not even. You might even outplay yourself.
Yes.
You might even let loose.
That's also true.
Onto certain directions. You might let go certain lines of play. And obviously, in Game 2, that's what happened. So we're looking for Triple Esports to avoid that here in Game 3 because it all comes down to this. Again, whoever ends their M5 run with style walks away with a brighter future ahead, looking back at this series, looking back at their run, and on forward to an awesome 2024.
Well, having more than one idea to execute is quite disturbing for Triple Esports. We saw, the draft went in. No problem. Let's talk a little bit about the draft here. I saw that Kadita was banned earlier on. I didn't quite catch which team banned it. Yeah, it was BTR. So I think that at some point the combo, having the pick-off heroes, having the suppression hero especially for, we're speaking about the Franco here, and the Kadita was quite annoying for BTR.
Yeah. It's one of the, like I said, it's one of the specials for Triple Esports. I gotta say, this probably is BTR's like MO for today. If they go first pick, they will not let go of the Kadita because they're scared that a Matilda can also be played. Even when they first pick the Matilda, that there will be a combo that could happen. At the same time, I think that they also want to secure a good jungler first against Triple Esports. This is their MO if they are blue side.
Well, remembering the draft from Team Triple Esports the last game, I would say that they wanted to take that game by having the members of Team BTR one by one, because they had the Franco, one target, also the Querida, arguably one target, and the Bruno. So at some point, I don't think that Team Triple Esports did play the gameplay I was used to see in MENA, which was a kind of team fight composition. So would you think that if they pull that off once again, especially because Triple Esports, and I'm assuring you that Troll is really good on the show, do you think that they will go for the same approach in terms of the drafts as the last game, or they will go for a team fight this time?
Yeah, I think it's more. Well, I guess it's not about that. It's more of what OP heroes will you secure. Because the Guinevere as well as the Bruno will be open eventually, and Nolan. And what do you trade with that, right?
And with this Martis ban, you already know that there's more OP heroes out in the open.
Exactly.
You know that the face and the landscape of this draft is going to be very different from 1 and 2 respectively.
If we saw a Nolan being picked here, would you think that Triple Esports will counter that with a Phivius?
Easily. Yeah, in a way.
But is it a fair trade, though?
Is
it a Sanji thing to do?
It's a Sanji thing to do. That's a question. By the way, Guinevere is also left open.
Upon
The Nolan. Guinevere, Bruno is going to be the choice here for BTR. What will they...
Faramis is open too, man!
Valentina is there.
But then do you actually want to let go of the Guinevere? Never, right?
No. So you G first. You get the G first.
FB, you go Famis Bruno here.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so strong, actually.
This combo actually at the early stages of the M5 had 100% until one team, I cannot remember the name now, broke it down. The Bruno and the Primus. But we can see that the Arat has been picked up by Triple and the Primus here. What happened?
I love it. Do they Claude Bruno?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it.
They gotta choose.
Coach Lyric like, hey, Darkness.
Yeah. And
you choose.
Yeah, I think they will go Claude better. I think Claude is better. Claude Valen or Claude Lilia, actually, for BTR.
Because
Super Open's
good already.
That's right.
What about a Claude Minotaur, though?
Claude Minotaur is
also
pretty legit, yes, because they want to
go Bruno.
Bruno. Never mind. They can go Bruno
Valen or Bruno Lilia,
Bruno Tar.
Bruno Tar?
Bruno Tar is good too.
I think, you know, with this Phobius pickup, I think that Triple Esports wants to take the Phobius.
Yeah, no, never mind. They don't need the Minotaur.
That's a valid.
They don't need the Minotaur because there's no room for the Claude.
That's right.
That's fine.
Seeing here that Team BTR has secured the jungle, and no, I'm not gonna say secured the jungle because we have seen Guinevere being played on the XP and also on the room. So yeah, I'm not gonna say this is a 100% a sure thing. But speaking of numbers, mostly it's gonna be a jungle. So Team BTR now are missing on the room and on the XP lane. Who would have you say can go up against an Arlott in the XP if, like, look. Whenever I look at someone and I start speaking of them being in a certain lane, I remember this all or like mostly are flex picks.
Yeah, flex picks. Okay. That guy. Turns out for sure is important to take note. Lapu Lapu eventually, but then again, I don't completely know if BTR likes that hero.
Atamus maybe?
Thams for BTR?
Arlott. Yeah, to counter the Arlott.
Thams, I think there was a time where, yeah, surely. But then again, you're against Fermis, you cannot kill that. You can only like shred it.
True.
You're not necessarily frontlining for your team because the Fredden will just knock you up, like constantly just not let you attack at all.
Come on, Dexter. It's our show
but the Claude themselves.
Interesting so far.
Obviously, the Fermis plus the Fredden is such a very strong combo. So that's a good one. Khalid, perhaps, is the ban from Triple Esports.
Khalid for Triple Esports.
Yeah,
Khalid's
the ban. That's the ban.
Khalid's really good.
Yeah.
Khalid doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking of both teams' composition because I think that more crowd control for Triple Esports will work like magic for them. But for BTR, they can also have some use of that crowd control. Having the Yuzong though banned.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that
Brody.
at some point, yeah, I'm gonna say maybe a Brody or an Ixia actually,
Yeah.
since she's still open.
I think it's more worth it to ban a Brody.
Uh-huh.
It's easier to execute. But then again, yeah, surely if it's like the last game of the season for them anyways, of the tournament, yeah, sure, ban the Ixia because that's I think you would rather see a Brody on the other side than an Ixia that can come to the late game very strong.
Especially with this kind of lineup, right?
Yeah.
They have a really good front line. They have a way to protect the Ixia, and
Yeah.
they read into it. Good
They
read
read
by Coach Darkness here.
Yep.
And now Triple Esports, do you pick up XP laner? Since you rather, no, that is the XP.
Yeah, I think
you know what? I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That means that you go Brody instead, or Marksman, or any other Marksman, right? So Brody comes to mind. I believe that some teams will pick up the Beatrix.
This is the first time that Sanos
Yeah.
plays something else, by the way.
Yes, that's correct. So
Sano.
yeah, I think overall Brody is gonna be the safest choice for Triple Esports. If they wanna be kind of
A little spicy.
spicy about it, yeah, Beatrix should be an okay choice as well.
I haven't seen Sano play on the gold lane until we reach this point here at the M5. So after taking the Bruno away and after
So-
taking the Claude, we can see here that we have an airthrow,
Man.
ladies and gentlemen.
This is like a green light to go Minotaur if you're BTR.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we go back to it, right?
Rises when I give the word.
Okay,
Yeah.
Khalid.
Khalid.
Like I said, it should have been the ban, right?
Yeah, and then Minotaur.
Khalid Minotaur, it's just, yeah, that's BTR taking it home.
BTR, if they took the Minotaur, is going to be so hard for Team Triple Esports. I don't know if they will take a Diggy to counter all this crowd control, but it's going to be so hard, though. I haven't seen Troll play Diggy at all, if that's the choice.
And it also kind of feels like a non-troll hero.
Yeah.
Or a Tigreal, that's
Hey. I like it.
the Tigreal.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Come on, you see it? Or
Uh,
what is it? So that's
Oh.
Kufra.
A Kufra to stop these mobilities. Oh, a Ruby. I haven't seen Troll play Ruby also.
This is more of a troll hero, though, than the Diggy.
Yeah.
So this kind
yeah,
of makes
for
sense.
Sure.
Big
For sure.
setups, big CCs.
Yeah, he loves the tanky heroes. But Ruby, though, I haven't seen him play it in the regular in the MBL MENA or even on international stages.
Well,
I don't know.
sometimes you gotta show up. Sometimes you gotta, try something you have never done, especially on the world stage. You gotta grow. That's what these two teams have done before our very eyes.
Yeah.
Gonna be a big banger of game number 3 because there's a guess what, the Valentina families once again.
Here we go.
How about we end the series like that? And obviously the Guinevere is gonna be setting up the tempo in here. Like Fredrin is a 50-50 hero in a way that he needs to get ahead after the first turtle fight.
That's right.
That is when he actually takes over. And then you'll notice, if they lose the first turtle fight, as the Fredrin users, they just gonna sit back and relax and just wait for the Lord again.
And it's not like it's an easy go, especially since there's a Kufra on the other side. We'll see how hot Akashi's feeling here in Game 3 as we go into the rubber match, the closer for this best of 3. Looking at these early rotations, both junglers start out purple.
Yeah, and also I saw Khalid somehow wants to try to start in the mid lane, but yeah, he goes back to his XP lane duties. Akashi with Syndra, that's a really good matchup here, having up against Coffin and Chol. Both of them have their own heroes that they like to play, the tanky heroes, the crowd control ones, I would say the preventing heroes from that mobility. But looking here at Black, I didn't quite catch Black's emblem. Did he go for an assassin emblem, the damage one?
We'll see. We'll see again later. I'm sure that the production will show us again.
Whoa.
Perfect.
Asking you shall receive.
Asking you shall receive.
It's fighter.
Nah, he didn't go for it.
Yeah, it's not full damage build. And, well, they do have the Guinevere.
Oh,
That's a confirmed kill, for sure.
Ooh. Now to my trade out. Black, quick sand guard, enough to keep him alive. Looking for some spell vamps, and he finds it.
Beautiful.
Bless the base fighter emblem.
that's the way to go out.
Yep. If he had an assassin emblem, he would have died, right?
Whoa. That's right.
It is what it is. I'm actually more concerned about this Irthel. Teams are not utilizing the Earthal nowadays, just because it's not the strongest hero at this point. And it doesn't technically win against the Bruno, right? So it's not like a there's no actual stage of the game where Earthal is like 100% ahead of the Bruno.
I would say that Earthal shines from mid to late game, but as you said, Bruno will also shine at these moments. So
exactly.
Oh, Black, he's caught out.
Whoa, Raging Sandstorm, the answer back. The quick Sand Guard keeps him up alive. And the save coming in from Syndra's stolen Netherrealm. Turtle gets reset. Already the HP's popped. Black still maintaining ground. Bigatron Suns not letting go of the Turtle just yet. Akash hits level 4. Big swing here for the Suns, up by about 800 gold.
Yeah, now we can see that Tarzan goes back to his jungle. We will see if he gonna commit to this next turtle fight. He turned to a zombie land so fast when it came to that team fight.
Here we go. Turtle in retry range and the jump in. Troll actually takes it. Akash goes down, so does Black. 2 for none. Triple Esports scores.
Man, who would have thunk that would be the exchange there? But good disengage and re-engage, I would say, coming up from Triple Esports. Utilizing 4 of their heroes with the Famous ultimate. Obviously, they can teamfight all the time, and that allowed them to get even more. And they have recovered now. 2-1, they get the Turtle, they're going to be A-okay. They'll not be able to invade whatsoever, but they equalize in the early stage.
Oh, Akash gets pulled. Him and Troll dealing enough damage to put Akash down to half health. Sending back Bigatron's tank.
At some point, I kind of admire the pick of Earthal because she can move whenever she's using those basic attacks, and having all these crowd control heroes from Team Bigatron Suns with just one Purify, I would say that it's a really good pick. He can manipulate Team Bigatron and take them into the hands of Triple Esports. But is Black kinda too early in those cut lanes, or is it about time?
No, I think he can do anything he wants. I think that Khalid is just a great pick in this game.
Khalid is so good right now, man.
They predicted it as one of the bans that should be there for Triple Esports, and essentially, like I said, he can do anything he wants right now.
Looks like a bad place to be.
Oh, there's the pull. Black, Raging Sandstorm out. Netherrealm keeping him alive. Akash putting up the bouncing ball, trying to save him. Sanji with the vengeance. Final slash putting up Akash into the air. And the jump up and the combo from Buzizio. And they use up all of their Netherrealm as well. Triple Esports survives. Bigatron back off.
I don't know, ultimate spells committed, with no one dying up top.
I really like how Coffin used his ultimate just to counter the Guinevere engage. Well, what's your take on that, Wolf?
Yeah, it's about you adapt to the situation.
Yeah.
I think whatever Buzizio as well as Triple Esports did was just necessary at that point. They want to keep the tempo up for BTR, and every time that they can see go for the jump, they should be going for it. That's why I feel like Faramis is has a love and hate relationship between against Guinevere. As Guinevere can easily take out the Faramis, but if you have the Purify, you can make sure that you pop the Netherrealm.
Man, this man does not stop. Akash jumps in once more just to see how many members of Triple Esports are holding this turtle. Tarzan has to let go.
Dragging Khalid down to that bot lane using Sano's split bush, I would say, and having one member to one member out. But I think that at this point, Team Bigatron Suns need the crowd control coming from the Khalid for the team fight.
Uh-oh. I wonder if they're going to commit for this. Turtle down to a fifth of its health. Akash in the back line. Final slash from Sanji. Tarzan secures with the retribution. Now Triple Esports has all the incentive to back up, but Akash not going to let him. Raging Sandstorm in through. Netherrealm keeping the offense up for the Suns. And there's a big bonk from Tarzan. Not enough damage. Another knockup from Buzizio. The Requiem driving into the ground. Tarzan. Triple Esports looking for something off of the map down bottom. There's a trade.
Yeah, they do get a turret and they do get the turtle. Unfortunately, they've lost a significant amount of heroes in that particular fight. I think for Triple Esports, specifically for Coffin, some Faramis users pop the Netherrealm far too early so that they will be able to get out. Because I think that it was a little bit too late. The thing is, if you pop your Netherrealm and then after the shield is gone, you get stunned. And if you're low HP anyways, it's not that good. It's much better if you utilize the Netherrealm to tank some of the damage, you kind of neutralize it. So time it with the big combo from BTR Suns. Like when the Requiem is up, pop the ultimate right at the get-go, even when you're not necessarily in trouble, because what it gives you is 1 second of immunity as well as a lot of extra effective HP, which now you can get out if you are low HP, if you're not low HP after the Netherrealm.
At some point,
Whoa! Akash, welcomed with loving arms and the pull. The extra health already used up. Buzizio with his full combo. Not enough to take anyone down. Free pickoff for triple.
yeah, I was about to say I feel so bad for seeing the Faramis go up against the Valentina, because if this match didn't have a Valentina against the Faramis, Team Triple Esports in the team fights could have flipped everything around, but having both Netherrealms from both sides, Team Triple Esports are struggling.
Yeah. It's gonna be that's gonna be an even trade-off at the same time. At least Irithel is reaching its peak, getting that trade-off on the turrets, and then eventually this turtle, a very important one. We see Tarzan level 9, almost level 10, but the Buzizio well above level 10, so it's gonna be very close. Triple Esports need to put out all the stops just to secure this.
Yeah, even with 2 turtles ahead, the gold is at the same point. Akashi is charging.
Whoa, Akash finding one. Perfectly timed with the Raging Sandstorm and the Requiem. Netherrealm keeping everyone still alive. Black goes down. Super Rupa goes down. 2 for none. Currently the trade for Triple Esports. Buzizio falls as well. Sano gets the kill. And now even Akash is in trouble. Jumps back, dodging that Appraiser's wrath. It's just him and Syndra left on the map. Triple Esports taking tier 1 in mid as Turtle turns into Lord.
That's it, Triple Esports. That's what you wanted. Great timing of the Netherrealm. Even better, the don't run Wolf King coming out from Troll. Tarzan just stacking every single thing, and he was able to pop the Appraiser's Wrath onto BTR Suns to take away the Netherrealm extra HP. Then teamfight afterwards, he actually also managed to dash and then taunt 2 of the heroes from BTR. The energy eruption was on point, and eventually BTR Suns will crumble from Triple Esports.
Well, there's a saying, right? You keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
True,
and they've noticed that Akash is just trigger happy with his jumps.
Yes.
Yeah, Sano right now is reaching his peak, having both the Has Claws and the Berserk Fury here. And we have seen his damage output dealt upon Team Bigatron. The next Lord is not a deciding one, but yet an important one. Sanji's in the air.
Buzizio finds Sanji, full combo, Black as well. 3-man gank. They get the kill on to the Arlet, but look at this. What's Tarzan doing? I mean, he's gonna survive. But
This ain't the jungle, Tarzan.
well, they are kind of synchronizing their pushes.
Yeah.
So Triple Esports understands that it's not just about the kills. It's not just about the heroes. We have to play the map. Triple Esports putting it up to 11, 3K ahead.
Forcing the flicker. Tarzan, he achieved something.
Oh, Buzizio.
Oh, Akash looking for the secure. The retribution on the Troll. Troll backing up. Buzizio with a knock-up. Sano trying to put some damage on him. Triple Esports backing off for now.
I love it.
Surprised to see a Troll didn't commit the flicker. Don't run Wolf King.
I actually do love it when I saw Buzizio having that second skill pooped off, because he wants to bait that Netherrealm out of coffin somehow.
Oh, they want to invade.
Oh.
What's Tarzan thinking?
Akashi.
Forces out the ult. Oh, that's where the fight was. In mid. The Netherrealm unable to save Bigatron Suns. It's 3 fall. Sano gets 2K. And just like that, the Suns are in shambles. The Suns lose 3 key heroes.
Wow.
And Triple Esports are taking everything away.
The inquiry, what was Tarzan thinking? The answer, it was just smokes and mirrors. It's almost, is it like Italian job? That was like Italian job, right?
That's
like,
right.
You could get diverted so much. And the actual thing that they wanted to take was in the middle, where 3 people actually were caught by Triple Esports. And then they get the invade. They get the push. They might even get the push down the bottom lane. Perfect sequence of events.
It's a straight up now you see me situation. Like Dave Franco's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarzan is actually buying so much time, also distracting Bigatron. and it seems like it's working for Chapel Esports like magic. 5K gold lead, and Team Bigatron Suns right now, I can see that there might be a dance on the floor. Will it be the belly one or will it be the samba?
The belly one?
Yeah, belly
Oh, right,
dance.
the belly dance.
The belly dance.
Right, all right, so that's the from the MPL Mena rep himself. That's the dance that we're using.
Oh.
Akash finds one. It's just Sanji. He's okay. Troll as well. Look at the trigger discipline from Triple Esports. The vengeance. One target in. Another one found. Reset. Triple Esports gonna back off for now.
Pushed away. They are pushing Bigatron Suns away, and the Lord sounds pretty tempting for Triple Esports.
No Violent Requiem means that you actually have access to the Lord easily. And they know that Akashi doesn't have his ultimate as well. So this is like Triple Esports getting the Lord for themselves for sure.
Oh, Akashi? Akashi will jump. Oh, he did.
Akash finds Sanji. They go ahead and
Tarzan.
reset the Lord. Tarzan tries to call for the collapse. Instead, they let go. Look at how much damage Triple Esports has.
Dancing, dancing,
Did
dancing.
they not just...
Oh,
they go Final Slash from Sanji. Black misses his jump. The quick Sand Guard still up. He can't
Bozizio.
heal up. Raging Sandstorm spent already. Bozizio unable to contest. Akash goes down. So does the Lord. Triple Esports 6K ahead. 2 big objectives in the pocket.
Engage, disengage, and then re-engage. Triple Esports secures that Lord, second Lord in the match, and it looks really good so far. Wouldn't you agree, Wolf?
Yeah, absolutely. The way that they handled that, using the Final Slash hooks, and the moment they saw somebody jump, they also tried to jump afterwards because they know that they have the advantage anyways. There's no ultimate coming out from Akash during that moment, the first time that they tried to go for the jump. That's why they were looking for a hero turn, in fact. And now they will be pushing. This is the power spike of the Earthel 4-0-4 compared to 0-2-3.
Oh,
the Bruno.
conceal. Conceal play here coming from Joe.
Watch it. Big ults, big battle spells on cue for Triple Esports. They take mid lane inhibitor, top lane inhibitor, bottom up next. 8K ahead. Triple Esports miles ahead of their opponents. And they're circling in. Bozizio jumps in with the Requiem. Catches Tarzan, but Tarzan just shrugs it off his shoulder.
Did you look at Tarzan's HP? He didn't even move a bit.
Oh, Radiant Armor, the defense. Of course, he went for concussive.
Oh, going home for Akash. He gets dived out. Final slash from Sanji, and they get hit. There's a Raging Sandstorm flickering on out. Akash gets punished. Sanji finds his man. All of the inhibitors fall. Triple Esports are in your base. All the waves crashing in. Bigatron Suns are a man down. 4v5. Big wave in mid. Big wave in bottom. They can feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. There's the pull. I'm offended by Troll. They pop Bozizio. Now a 3v5. They go for the base. They go for another. Black falls. Syndra's next. Syndra survives, but only for a second more. He backs off. The base goes. They take out Tarzan. They take out Super Oopa. Looking for the minions. Triple Esports takes the series.
And the history repeats itself. The Saudi Giants are now winning. They now won against Team Bigatron Suns 2-1 in IACF 2-1 in the M5 World Championship.
Well done coming out from the Fredrin during the first turtle fight. It was kind of delayed turtle take eventually from the side of Triple Esports. But it's not late, nor is it early. What they did was really just in time. They utilized their famous Netherrealm, in good unison with the aggression that they've had. And then afterwards, the Fredrin, you saw all of the usage of the Retribution as well as the Appraiser's Wrath was so on point, and I was just shocked to see these two teams for one last time on stage.
Man, I would have loved to see more of this defensive turn-based gameplay from a BTR, but Triple Esports, well played. What a show. Super entertaining squad this.
To let them go out in style and to give them one of the last words, let's go to the stage and see what are we going to have in the next upcoming interview. Where is Manjin?
There he is.
Where is he? Okay, Manjin's there. Let's go to the host, throw it to Manjin.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning their last game and exiting the tournament with a banger and with style. Let's give it up for Triple Esports. There you go. There you go. Triple Esports, congratulations. Ending your run with a victory. In the Philippines, we call that the Mamba out. You guys Mamba outed. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, since this is your last game, of course, thank you so much. How is the M5 experience for you guys? Tarzan, please answer.
Well, it's a great experience overall. We kind of disappointed in the first 2 days, but overall we learned a lot. It's a great experience facing all these